I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome to it. This is Expresso, your feel-good kickstart to a brand new day. My name is Graham Richards. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is indeed our final week on air, our final week to savor with you, so we're going to enjoy every second of it. But thank you so much. It's been a phenomenal week already. We had a fantastic start, so we're going to continue on that trend today. Building, of course, today towards a very exciting, I think, grand finale tonight. The Tastemaster essay is going to be wrapping up this evening, so we're going to have a lot of Tastemaster-inspired festivities on the show. Charmaine and Tumi have made it out of an incredible field. They, of course, head off to Belgium for that final stretch, then back to South Africa. Some amazing prizes to be won there as well, so we're going to get excited about who is your money on out of those foodies. Of course, that one foodie is going to get the opportunity to win the role on Afternoon Express. An incredible opportunity and privilege, so you can share your favorite moments from their journey with us on our social media platforms. And of course, make sure you tune in tonight for that grand finale. It's going to be really exciting, and we're going to squeeze in as much foodie inspiration on our side as well. There you can see Harmony and those finalists really proud. They've done themselves a huge honor with their performance thus far, but they've got to get past that final hurdle. And of course, we'll tune in for all of the action tonight live right here on SABC3. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for a whole lot more on the show this morning. Health Matters will come into play, of course, being a Tuesday, but we're going to squeeze in as much as we possibly can. And of course, as much as I want to share the time with you this week, I also want to share it, savor it with my favorite team in the whole wide world. Good morning, fam.
Hey, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much, Graham. My name is Tabiso Makubela.
And my name is Leanne Williams. And of course, it's so good to be with you again this morning. We'll be with you all the way from 6 to 9 a.m. And man, is it going to be the best few hours of your life. Yes, so listen, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Huh? Tuesday is a vibe.
Tuesday is a vibe, but also we're counting down to our very last day for the year 2019, which is going to be on Friday. So you want to make sure you get the last bit of feel good in all the way through to 9 o'clock before Friday happens, because that's what you need to be doing. Because also we're giving away so many amazing prizes just in time for the season and the most wonderful time of the year, right?
Exactly. But to get us kick-started for the day, what are our temperatures looking like today?
Let's take a look at those major parts of the country, those major cities, and how it will affect what you wear today. We start off in Johannesburg. Josie Mabodeng, today the rain has finally cleared up and intervals of clouds and sunshine can be expected, with pleasantly warm temperatures that range between 16 and 27 degrees, and a warm sunset is expected at 18:57 today. If you're out in Durban, South Africa's playground, sunny conditions are expected over there with a northeasterly wind for the entire day, bringing relief from the heat of yesterday, but rain can be expected from tomorrow onwards, so enjoy the sunshine for now, Durbs. And if you're out in the friendly city, we're talking about you, Port Elizabeth. A blend of sun and clouds can be expected with warmer temperatures and a strong northeasterly wind, and cloud cover will increase as the day progresses. And it's time for everyone out in PE to bring out those dresses and sun hats. Guys, those shorts, we want to see them out. The mother city, Cape Town, partly sunny conditions are expected with a couple of late night showers today. Rain is expected to become heavier as the week progresses, and it's quite interesting that we're really getting rain at this time of the year. It doesn't usually happen, but of course temperatures will range between 16 and 23 degrees. Bring along an extra jacket for the evening, but also an umbrella in your boot at all times.
Exactly. Look, I'm not opposed to the rain because summer is still long.
Yeah.
And with some of the temperatures that we've been experiencing of late, you know, it's a little bit of respite, which is really, really great.
Yeah.
But talking about things that are really great, Woolies' phenomenal 5 weeks of newness campaign is guaranteed to elevate your fashion game. Hashtag into the new. Now, this week, we're going on a summer escape with international South African model Chelsea Hart. Let's take a look.
Coming home to South Africa is always really special to me. What's not to love? Every single time that I come back, I try and go to Hermanus. It's one of my favorite places. I don't think that one specific place needs to be your home. You can feel at home anywhere in the world. As long as you keep those memories and those connections with the people that are closest to you, you don't need one specific place to call home. And then when you leave and you experience different cultures and you meet different people, it helps you to be a little bit more understanding. It's old and new all at once, and it's that idea of a blank slate.
How amazing,
That
huh?
is absolutely
Definitely.
stunning. And they're encouraging all of us to take our style on an adventure with Woolies limited edition Summer Escape collection. It features delicate and airy hobo, or rather boho.
No, that's a different kind of style altogether, huh?
Hobo chic is different, but this one is boho chic pieces with a crisp white palette. You can really head boldly into a wistful summer dream, and soft textures and delicate lace details that you see there. They meet the classic casual and ethereal dresses for an instant summer wardrobe refresh, which you would love.
Ethereal.
Ethereal.
That's the one. All right.
Okay.
Anyways, Expresso and Woolies want to get ahead of the curve, and our exciting competition is going to give you a chance to shop hashtag into the new collection. So, to stand a chance to win a 2,000 Rand Woolies voucher, all you have to do is visit the capsule collection on the Woolies website, put your favorite capsule collection items into your cart, and then screenshot the cart. To enter, reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook page or the Twitter page with your screenshot, and then tell us what about the chosen items you love. Remember to include the hashtag into the new with your answer. The competition closes on Thursday, the 19th of December at midnight, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Thank you so much, team. Well, let's inspire you now with some very wise words. In this case, coming from America's first African-American president. I think with the world seeming a little crazy at the moment, many of us wishing that he was still the leader of the free world. But he has certainly made his mark on history and certainly made his mark on the world. And we felt it even down here in South Africa. But he has a way of capturing the essence of what it is to be an inspiring leader with his words. A fantastic orator as well. And he was once quoted as saying this. In fact, he presented this speech to Congress earlier this year. I love these words. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. You can read it in his eyes as well. I absolutely love that. Stop waiting for your situation to change. Stop waiting for someone else to come and change it. If you feel that something needs to change in your own life, if you feel that something needs to shift in your country, in your community, in your family, in your job, you have to be that change. So make that decision today and be resolute about that. You can start thinking about that as we move into our brand new day this morning and kickstart our official duties with the news headlines.
Thank you so much, G. Let's take a look at what's happening in those national headlines this morning. President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday approved the release of more than 14,000 offenders on pardons and remissions to mark Reconciliation Day. The pardons will not include offenders sentenced for sexual offences, murder and attempted murder, armed robbery, high treason, sabotage and terrorism. The Tshwane Metro Boards yesterday said some areas will be left without water for 8 weeks, not 8 months, as previously reported, after torrential rains in the Vaal Dam is now at 44.08% full. Moving further abroad, Zambian President Edgar Lungu wants the US to recall its ambassador to Lusaka for criticizing the Southern African nation over a 15-year jail term slapped on 2 gay men for consensual sex. Ambassador Daniel Foot has urged Lusaka to review its laws that discriminate against minority groups. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has appealed for calm as violent protests against a new law on illegal migrants entered a 5th day. Protesters are angry at a law allowing non-Muslims from Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan who entered India illegally to become citizens. And then finally, Miss Nigeria didn't win the Miss World crown on Saturday, but her joyous reaction when Miss Jamaica's name was announced as the winner is going viral as an example of how French should support each other. 3 women remained on the stage waiting to hear who would be crowned Miss World: Miss Nigeria, Miss Jamaica, as well as Miss Brazil. Now, when Miss Jamaica was announced as the winner, no one seemed more excited than Douglas. She immediately started celebrating by doing a happy jig, stomping her feet in joy and excitedly bellowing congratulations as the new Miss World before enveloping Miss Jamaica and, of course, Miss Brazil with one huge group hug. Miss Nigeria's reaction was indeed priceless. We all need friends like her. She truly was. Well, let's take a look at what's happening in the world of sport with none other than Graham Richards. That's how I support people on this show. Come on.
Thanks so much, Lee. Of course, after 5 weeks of scintillating cricket, a big moment for Power Rocks as they were crowned the 2019 Mzansi Super League champions after beating the Tshwane Spartans by 8 wickets in Berlin Park in Paarl last night. On to football. Our Monday night footy saw Crystal Palace and Brighton and Hove Albion play out to a 1-1 draw at Selhurst Park in the Premier League. And staying with footballing news, the UEFA Champions League defending champions Liverpool have been drawn against Spanish giants Atletico Madrid, and Man City will take on 13-time winners Real Madrid in the last 16 of the competition. We'll expand on all of those stories in an hour or so.
Thank you very much, Graham. Let's take a look at your weather across the country. But first, we'll take a look at those sunrise pictures we've asked you to send through. Thank you, Clive Woodbourne, for sending us this incredible sunrise picture from Veldrif in the Western Cape, where partly sunny conditions are expected today, with a couple of showers towards the evening, reaching a maximum of 24 degrees. We also got a picture from Elise Moorman for sending us this picture. Thank you, Elise. Amanzi Mtoti, where clear skies are expected, with plenty of sunshine and delightful temperatures, reaching a max of 26 degrees. You still can send your pictures through to us on our Facebook throughout the morning. It's Expresso Morning Show SABC3 with the hashtag Expresso Show. And now we take a look at those temperatures across the country. We start off with Polokwane today. High humidity 14, that's your low, reaching a high of 28. With Mbombela beginning at 15, reaching a high of 25. Pretoria, the capital city, your minimum is 16, maximum 28 degrees. And if you're out in Johannesburg, times of sun and clouds, but expect a light drizzle today, 15, reaching a high of 27. Mahikeng, 20, that's your low, reaching a high of 31, with a northeasterly wind expected for Klerksdorp, going at 18 kilometers per hour, 20, reaching a high of 32. In Kimberley, sun and clouds today, 21, and a max of 37, really warm, with Bloemfontein starting off at 18, reaching a high of 34. It's high humidity time for Richards Bay today, 20, reaching a high of 29, with sunny Pietermaritzburg starting off at 19, reaching a high of 31. And plenty of sunshine today for Durban, 21, that's your low, reaching a high of 27, with Mthatha starting off at 16, peaking at 35 degrees. If you're out in East London, 19, that's your low, reaching a high of 29, with the highest temperatures in the country today. That's for Craddock, 16, reaching a high of 40, and Port Elizabeth will start off at 17, reaching a max of 29. George, sun and clouds for you, 14 and 30, with the lowest temperatures in the country for Sutherland, 7, reaching a high of 29. And a couple of showers are expected out in the mother city, Cape Town, 16 and 23. Sunny Worcester, 14 and 33, with Springbok expecting that northwesterly wind going at 18 kilometers per hour. Sunny, but your low is 11, reaching a high of 28. And lastly, Uppington, your low 18, reaching a high of 39. And that's where we leave it for now. The next update in just over half an hour. And of course, we want to see those beautiful sunrise pictures. Get them through to us. The hashtag is Expresso Show.
Do you know what I love? I love how much gusto Thabisa says Worcester with.
Worcester.
It's like,
I
love
hope
it.
the Worcesterians feel it
They're
in the
feeling
morning.
it, huh? The
Beautiful
feeling
part of the
love.
world. So please, keep those sunrise. We actually love. It inspires us to see your neck of the woods. So we love to see your vista. Just like I love to see this face, hey? Did you see that connection that we made
I
there,
saw
hey?
it.
Do you see
I
how her
saw it.
eyes sparkle when she sees? There's been a hole in my heart. When you're not here, honestly, I actually can't, and I don't want to say it's just because of the awesome coffee, but it might have a little bit to do with the awesome coffee. No, we've missed you, dear. So good to have you back.
Thank you.
Maybe a little young little...
Yeah, we've missed you so much. Please, can you make us
Please,
coffee?
please, I missed you so much. Coffee, please, please. No, we absolutely adore you. Thank you so much for making us the best coffee in the world. So, hugely important conversation we're going to have after the break. We do take a focus on parenting on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
And this one is the most important conversation you will ever have as a parent. We are talking about child safety, and the statistics around this time of the year will shock you, terrify you, in fact, so you have to listen.
Exactly. Go grab a coffee. We'll be right back after the break. Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. One of my favorite human beings who's got a big smile on his face. He's been counting the dollar signs. We've loved, obviously, a very rich movie year, but we love even more seeing how successful these movies have been, and it's mind-blowing to see how much each has raked in. But I'm really interested to know what's gone down in South Africa, what's gone down in the US, obviously being probably the biggest movie market.
One of the, yeah, absolutely.
Next to China, maybe?
Yeah, soon enough we'll talk about China too, but we'll also talk about global. First up, let's talk about where South Africans have been spending their money in the box office of movies. And so third place in South Africa is, drumroll, Hobbs and Shaw. With 57 million rand. Well, Fast and Furious is an institution in this country, so there was bound to be supporting the movie like this. It's just really cute to me. It's adorable in a way that they were like, let's put Fast and Furious Presents at the front of a movie with The Rock, Jason Statham, and Idris Elba. People are guaranteed
you're gonna know that it is.
Irrespective of that little caveat.
But I mean, you were a little less than impressed with the movie. Like, it's cool for what it is.
It don't matter about my rating. We're just talking money right now. So number 2.
That's amazing.
In the list. Surprise, surprise. You thought it would have been number 1 is Avengers Endgame, which in South Africa raked in 105 million rand. Now that sounds like a lot to us. You just said JP's been counting the dollar signs. This is not me spending on this, by the way. This is dream-like.
But I would have thought that would have cleaned up.
So in a way, yes. South African record, 377,000 on the first weekend, went to go see it. But number 1 is The Lion King.
No surprise.
Which obviously I think might have like very maybe cultural or obviously nostalgic reasons reasons why we put it at number one.
It feels like a South African connection.
So if you compare, like last year, it was Avengers Infinity War was number one globally, and Black Panther was second, but in South Africa, Black Panther was first. So it's the feeling of, wanting to support
we are African, baby.
Like
we are African. I love that. How much did it rake in?
That was 120 million rand. I'm all talking in rands here, but let's move on to the big bucks.
I want to see dollar signs. I want to see dollars.
So, which I'll still give you in rands, don't worry. But the US blockbusters of 2019. And yeah, we see just marginal changes, but first of all, we don't see, obviously, Hobbs & Shaw in number 3. Third place in the United States box office of 2019 goes to, has my mind failed me? No, Toy Story 4.
Wow.
Which, again, speaking of, like, things being culturally sort of important to countries, Toy Story is cowboys and it's Mr. Potato Head. Those are toys that maybe we didn't get yet. But Pixar is just an amazing studio.
That's 20 years after the original was released.
4 movies at 6.7 billion rand.
Wow.
So now we're talking a bit bigger than the 57 billion of third place in South Africa. Second in the United States of America. Now we see a tick down from what we just saw in South Africa's first place. The Lion King comes in second in the United States.
The power of Beyonce.
And there you go. So as well as obviously in the nostalgia value, so many of us grew up on this, but 7.9 billion rand says also that's Graham's brain just turned around in his head like a goldfish. 7.9 billion rand.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beyonce. Thank you, Donald Glover. Thank you.
You could feed the entire continent's children.
You could buy a game reserve for every lion and Pumbaa and Timon. But first place in the United States of America 2019 box office.
Hit me.
Come on, no surprise though. Avengers Endgame is number one, a record-breaking movie. So production costs of a movie. This movie covered all of its costs within its first 3 days of release, 12.6 billion rand.
Yeah.
That's the total. But within those 3 days, it managed to cover 356 million in the budget of production. So on production side, it broke even 3 days. Most movies take, say, 8 weeks to break even on production. Three days.
And I wonder if there were any actors clever enough to get like a profit share worked into their deal.
Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely.
Robert Downey Jr., you will get set, boy.
20 million minimum and also the share.
Do you see what I did there?
Of course, stealing the resources, aren't we?
There we go. I love it. Wow.
Let's move on to global. Tell you what. So,
okay, who are the big hitters?
Big hitters, I'm going to do these in 5 now, rather than top 3. So, first on the list of 5.
Coming in at number 5.
So now, globally, people still appreciate Pixar movies. If I remember correctly, JP's just guessing at this point. Toy Story 4 is number 5. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, I'm not losing my mind. $6.3 billion. Wait. So, yeah, that's globally. Toy Story 4 in 5th place. Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Let's move along. Because we've got
my thing is that's 15 billion rand.
Sorry, I think I made an error in the graphic there. It's
that
15
is crazy.
Then moving on to number 4, Captain Marvel, the movie that misogynist said, oh, who wants to see a female superhero?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did just fine, don't worry. 16.3 billion rand Captain Marvel made. Obviously now you got Pixar for Disney, and you got Captain Marvel for Disney, and you got Avengers Endgame. Yeah. So let's see what else is up the list. Sony does okay with Spider-Man Far From Home in 3rd place globally. And so it's the red, white, and blue that I think people accept more easily globally. Spider-Man is 16.6 billion rand that it made in 2019. I think I'm shaking more and my blood is going colder the more I say these numbers.
It's crazy when you actually put it in perspective, man. And it's like a GDP of most African countries.
You could make your own radioactive spider army. Number 2 globally would have gone to, can you guess it? The Lion King, of course. Nostalgia, bringing back the realism, all this huge technology thrown into it. Beyonce. And need I say also Beyonce. And then obviously number 1, Avengers Endgame. Tops it all off. Highest grossing movie of all time. Broke all records. And I don't know if anything can break it again, even though we got Star Wars coming out this Friday. So
I don't think what they've been able to create with the Marvel Universe over the last kind of decade or so, I think it's just beyond comprehension.
We might be approaching a wall of fatigue, though. But tell you what, we'll talk about fatigue and stuff like that when I move on to the box office bombs a bit later in the show.
Yeah, that's real. We throw some tomatoes out a little bit later. But am I right here with this 41 billion?
40. And Thanos was complaining that there's not enough to go around, but all of us are like chucking our wallets at him, trying to bruise him or something.
Oh, man, Robert Downey Jr.
41 billion rand.
I hope you had a profit share somewhere in there. You can do some research in the meantime to see how much the actors made out of that, but that's what's been made in the local and international box office. We'll take a look at some of the rotten tomatoes, those that bombed out over the year of 29 with JP in just a moment.
Big or small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
Oh, it's the most magical time of the year. It's holiday season, and to celebrate here on Expresso, we are doing 5 days of giveaways with the Crazy Store this week, where you could stand a chance at winning one of 5 amazing Crazy Store festive season hampers. Now, each day's prize is different, so make sure you stay tuned this week to see what is up for grabs. Yesterday, we gave away the 2,200 Rand voucher, so that was amazing. And then we asked you to comment on our Facebook post with this question: what's your favorite festive find at the Crazy Store and why?
Well, this morning we have selected our second winner via Facebook entry, Ronalda Ayer. This is what she had to say. She said, I love the Christmas gift bags and toys. Kids love it too. And we have Ronalda on the line and are ready to have her choose her balloon. Ronalda, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Fantastic. How are you feeling this morning, Ronalda? Are you feeling lucky?
I'm feeling lucky, excited, happy to speak to you guys.
That's fantastic. That's what we love to hear. So, of course, you know what the drill is. 1 to 4. Which balloon would you like us to pop for you?
I wanted number 5, but somebody else got it, so
Gone. It's gone. So which one are you going to choose now?
I'll choose number 3, please.
Number
Balloon
3.
number 3.
Okay, as I head on
Okay.
over to number 3, Ronalda, are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Pop it, baby.
And popped. It's gone. Your number 3 is gone. The air is coming right out of it. I'm going to give it a nice tight squeeze.
Okay,
for
wonderful.
You. There we go.
Ronaldo, would you like to know what you've won?
Yes, please.
You've won the Girls Festive Season Giveaway hamper. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
A pop-up play tent, a unicorn ride-on, a dollhouse, a hair salon playset, a Yamas, as well as walking and breathing dog, and a mini plush pet in a carrier.
Congratulations, Ronaldo. Come on. Woohoo. Yeah.
Fun. Ronaldo, how excited are you about that prize?
I'm very excited. My daughter's going to be so happy.
Oh, my word.
This is so awesome. Tell me, why do you love shopping at the Crazy Store, Ronalda?
Sometimes I'm a little crazy, but there's just so much of good stuff in the store.
Look, it's the perfect place for anyone with a little bit of crazy to find more crazy in products. But congratulations, and hopefully the kids enjoy those toys, okay?
Thank you so much, and you guys enjoy the festive season too.
And
Thank
you
so
too.
much, Ronaldo. To you too and your family. Of course, you at home can stand a chance of winning. All you have to do is comment on the Facebook post with what is your favorite festive find at the Crazy Store and why. Then share yours on Facebook, on the Facebook post, and we could be calling you live to choose which balloon you would like popped or hugged, like Tabisa just did, for a chance to win an amazing prize with us. Remember, T's and C's apply.
Wow, while you get entering and letting us know on Facebook why you love shopping at the Crazy Store, what your craziest and the most amazing find is, and get entering on Facebook, we're going to take a quick break just to celebrate with Ronalda. Congratulations, Ronalda! Woohoo!
Big or small, we've got it all. Everyone will find something at the Crazy Store. It's no wonder South Africa considers the Crazy Store the crazy fun place to shop.
There's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. Buy any size of your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or sticker. Then follow the entry details on the pack and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs, steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers, or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes.
Tropica, nothing smoother.
Happy birthday to you. Hey, welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, live on SABC3 on this beautiful Tuesday. And we choose to celebrate all of those that are celebrating their birthdays today. Because when you hear this tune, you know that it's time to celebrate with them.
Cool, and I'm so excited. We're starting with a 1-year-old today. Okay, a happy first birthday to our little princess, Razan. All the blessings on you. Have a wonderful day. Lots of love from your grandfather, Nathima, your grandmother, Shirda, and of course, your aunt, Nathima, as well. So happy first birthday.
Happy.
Also, this one going out to Setu. I wish my one and only sister a happy birthday. May you receive everything good and do enjoy your special day from Jean as well. So happy birthday, Setu. Yes,
Setu, happy birthday, Queen, fierce girl. And then, of course, a 35th happy birthday. This is to, it says, to my lovely wife, Edwina Aris. May God bless you with many more years with love. Have an awesome day. This is from your husband, Henry, and children, Taryn, Jordan, Giselle, and Ethan. Happy birthday, Edwina. And then a birthday shout out to my son, Connor, on his 12th birthday, and my daughter, Chelsea, on her 8th birthday. Never stop being the caring, humble, God-fearing, and loving kids that you are. And may God always keep you safe. Mummy and Daddy love you lots. Happy birthday, guys.
Happy birthday. The next one going out to Michelle, saying happy birthday to Michelle. May the Lord bless you with so many more years to come. Great years filled with love, happiness, and all the desires of your heart. Enjoy your day. And then also this one going through to John, saying it's been a great journey of growing old together. You're more than a brother. We found a true friend in you. Happy 61st birthday to you, John Orange. Love you lots. Enjoy your day.
Here's a birthday dedication to Ivana. It says, I wish my beautiful sister Ivana a happy, blessed 22nd birthday. Lots of love. This is from Jocelyn and Bertus Dutoy. We love you. Happy birthday, Ivana. Tyrese is turning 9 today. Happy 9th birthday, Tyrese. May the Lord bless you with many more years. This is from your mum, your dad, Auntie Beverly, and siblings. They love you. Happy 9th birthday.
Tyrese. How about this one going through to Winnie? Happy 39th birthday. May the good Lord bless you in all the spheres of your life from your mommy, dearest Eunice. So happy birthday there, Winnie. And then finally, no, not finally, 21st, or rather 24th birthday going out to Luran Williams. Not related, but hey, we never know. All Williamses are related. Stay blessed, son. Enjoy your special day from your mom. Happy birthday, Luran.
Beautiful. And here's our final one, certainly not least by any means. Happy 11th birthday to my baby, Devaney Johnson. Thanks to the good Lord for protecting you all these years, and may he continue blessing you. Your mummy loves you very much. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday,
Happy
Devaney.
birthday, everyone. And even if we didn't get to wish you a happy birthday on the show, and it is your birthday, we are extending beautiful birthday wishes to you. So have a beautiful and blessed day today.
And if you want to wish any of your loved ones a very happy birthday, why don't you send us a WhatsApp? We still love getting those videos. 071-6406-551. You can also email birthdays@kadova.tv. And to everyone celebrating, we say happy birthday!
Pew, pew.
Yeehaw!
Happy birthday, gang. Now let's turn our attention to our faces. The entire perception around the phrase well-groomed, I think, has been turned on its head. Scruffy-looking men are a thing of the past. Looking good and having great skin is no longer limited to just the ladies. And if you've been wondering how I maintain this unbelievably good look, it's thanks to the new Woolworths personal care men's range. All jokes aside, I've had a lot of fun testing out some of the products. So today, I've brought in an expert on male grooming and Woolworths products, a product developer, in fact, Fakhri Ahmadin, to share more on all the men can do to live their best lives and ultimately feel good, because that's what it's about. So welcome to it. Your beard game is strong this morning. I thought mine was quite strong, and then you just had to come and beard shame me. I love the fact, because I'm not... Yeah, when you think about a metrosexual male and the kind of stigma attached to that and how much that term has been overused, I wouldn't have considered myself that. but I do really enjoy a good beauty routine because at my age, I have to look after my skin and, of course, my beard. And I'm growing it out a little bit because I'm enjoying being able to utilize this. But I think for men, you want to glow, you want to look good, you want to look healthy because that paints the right picture. How can we achieve that?
I think it's based down on completely, it starts with a good lifestyle.
Yeah.
Hydration, you always need to drink lots of water, you need to eat well, a healthy lifestyle, exercise, good food. A good life is always going to show on your skin first.
Completely.
Obviously, age, it does happen to everybody, believe it or not. But there is ways to help you age better with it. And I think you have to have a good routine, but it's not just only going to have to ever be about one product. But the products do make it better, especially if you don't have a fixed routine at the same time.
You've used the word routine a number of times, and that's the key thing. For a guy as well, it mustn't take like 9 hours to do it. You want convenience. You want to know that you're getting the very best ingredients in the products that you're using. Yes. And it's nice to know that you're using something that is designed for men. Absolutely. I think that is key here. So maybe you can take us through this product range. Some of these guys I've been putting to the test myself, and I do hold it to quite a high standard because I have, like I say, to reiterate at my age, had to focus a lot more on my skincare, on what I'm putting into my skin, what I'm putting on it. And I've loved my experience, but maybe you can walk us through some of the products that you brought through today.
Yeah, so I mean, your age group is what, 25, 28?
25 plus.
Yeah, definitely. Designed for all skincare types and ages. And I think the most important thing is if you're in a routine, and we're going to mention this regularly, it's because you need to be.
Yeah.
You can't put a moisturizer in one day and expect the whole world to change.
Completely.
So constantly, always you need to do, we need to keep our faces clean. There's a great scrub that we've got in this range. I don't know if you've tried the wash and the scrub as well.
Oh, the charcoal scrub for me has been a revelation. Amazing. Absolutely love.
I like that word, revelation.
And it really has been, because I'm very conscious of the environment as well. So when I know a lot of the microbeads and things that you find in scrubs, unfortunately, are hugely damaging to the ocean because they're a plastic. But knowing that the active ingredient is the charcoal there, but I love the smell of it. It smells masculine, but it works phenomenally well. I'm wearing layers of makeup every morning, and it takes a proper scrub to get it off. And it's also not, because it's not a chemically driven ingredient in there, that it really does clean, but it doesn't leave you feeling like you've just stripped the top layer of your skin off. It's
and that's very important. You don't want to strip too much of the skin. Your skin needs to have symptoms of good health. So you need to glow. I mean, you don't need to glow, you don't need to walk in and shine. I mean, that's my job, it's my personality. It comes through in any rate.
You're shining this way.
But like nice, even-toned skin, clear complexion, those are the things that you want. And a clean, healthy skin helps us. So always wash your face before and after you go to bed. Wash your face after the gym. A lot of people forget about that. There's a lot of impurities, that we could call it, build up with sweat. The environment also causes a lot of pollution, things like that. So you need to clean your face as regularly as you can without really stripping it. So you also don't want to exfoliate too much as well, because it takes off much of the layers of skin. So a good wash as well, and a face wash that you can use every day, and then a moisturizer, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, and this is light, it's fresh, but the smell of it is amazing, and I love it. There is a really nice masculine scent to it all, which is pretty cool as well.
There's 2 signature fragrances in the range. There's actually more. There's 3, but it extends beyond the product. But the sea salt and wood sage is nice and fresh, nice and light, where the lime one is actually my favorite one. So the charcoal, it's got a lot of that beautiful, that lime scent and things, which is kind of neutral, yes.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I'll use it again, a revelation for me.
Yes.
Obviously, the moisturizer is fantastic. It's light and it's not oily.
The nice thing about that, and you're mentioning it's not oily, it's not a cream formulation. We do have a cream formulation, but the gel formulation is the best.
It's a winner for me.
And the best thing about the gel is that it's so light, it's easy, and it's great to use. And the nice thing that you're always going to come back to is the fact that it is light, lovely to use in the day, great exposure, and just goes on so easy. So you can see already, once you've got this, once you've applied it well, it's like an actual gel that you put your hair. High absorbency, quick, easy, on your face, done. So you don't need 9 hours. You literally need a few seconds. That's how easy that it goes on.
And if you're wanting to save even more time, the 2-in-1, and I'm always kind of resistant of a 2-in-1 because I find anything with a conditioner in it, with having short hair, you don't really need to condition too much, so it kind of leaves a heavy residue on the hair. This really doesn't. It's quick, it's easy. Again, the scent of it is beautiful. I've loved it. When you've got your whole kind of beauty routine all wrapped up in one, and of course, let's round it off with
the beard oil.
Beard oil. but that's why, honestly, I've been growing my beard out a little bit just so I can improve the condition of it.
Yeah.
And it's worked. I love the fact that all of this has allowed me to, as a man, take a bit more care of myself and enjoy the process.
You know, part of being a man is being a good man. And you need to look the part as well, eh?
Well, your skin is your biggest organ. You've got to look after it. You've got to absolutely look after it. Where can they find this range very quickly?
Exclusively at Woolworths. It's over 300 stores. There's a large part of the range. There's also very good products. The rest of the 5-in-1 product is one of my favorite as well. If you want to save time, that's what you got to do. Keep it in your gym bag, take it traveling with you everywhere. It's just absolutely amazing. We want to make it everything as quick and easy as you can. Yeah. The range is completely based around lifestyle, around for busy fathers, single men, everything. The range is for you.
Yep, buy it for yourself for Christmas because you absolutely do deserve it. Now, I can speak with ultimate authority because I have tested it out for myself. Absolutely love it.
And we can see the results, definitely.
Now he's really shining. Now he's shining. But thank you so much. Really appreciate your input this morning. Men's grooming is a staple part of self-care. It should be a regimen, a routine, rather than a luxury. And nobody knows this better than Woolies. So try out some of these luxurious products for yourself. They're designed for you as a guy. The range is suitable for all skin types and includes fresh smelling scents, which I love, like basil, lime, sea salt, and wood sage. Really masculine scents at that.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush your daily goodness. Now also available in long life.
Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 Rand. Hashtag share the goodness. Made with love by Clover.
Do vocals.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in right now for probably the most important conversation we are going to have this year, certainly for parents. Now, for many, the festive season is a time for travel, a time for relaxation, and a time around the pool or at the beach. And with these activities, many children are also exposed to situations where they can potentially be hurt or hurt themselves, and in some cases, even tragically pass away. So this morning, we are joined by Yolandi Baker, who's the Executive Director of Child Safe, a non-profit child safety organization. She joins us in studio to share some safety tips for this holiday season. And I'm sure you know better than most, Yolandi, that the statistics are horrifying. unforgivable. And I can't help but think, as a parent in this case, I've got a young child who's learning to swim, and I have like sleepless nights about, I extrapolate these situations and think, okay, what could happen potentially? We go to the beach for the day, what potentially could happen? But why are we seeing such high rates, mortality rates, deaths of children during the holiday season?
Yeah, good morning, Graham. I completely echo your feeling. I think millions of parents around the country, around the world, feel exactly the same. We have to bear in mind that it's a busy time. We all want to relax, but the important thing is that at this stage we need to keep in mind that children are busy.
Yeah.
Children have developmental stages, as you well know now. Your child is beginning to swim, moving beyond the house, so the drowning and the potential for road traffic crashes are there. What we do need to do is, the first thing I can tell parents is keep an eye on children. It is really hard because you yourself want to relax, but the point is you need to keep an eye on children.
Put your damn phone down.
Put the phone down. The parents are so distracted. I work at the Red Cross Hospital, and I see parents come in with children, dragging the child behind with the eye on the phone. The important thing is we need to keep an eye on our children. And it's really difficult. As I said, we all want to relax. What I would tell parents, though, is if you are with a group of people, take shifts in looking after children.
Sure.
It's as simple as that. If you're around the pool,
be conscious about it, yeah.
Be aware of where your children are. If you're around the pool, if you're on the beach, take turns to keep an eye. You literally have to keep an eye on the children all the time. You do not want to take the fun away from the children. You want them to be in the water and splash around and all of that, but you have to keep your eye on them all the time.
Reality is it takes 90 seconds for a child to drown. And
if I can add to that, it is a silent affair. There is no splashing, there are no alarm bells. If a young child falls into a swimming pool, it is literally ploop. That's it. If you're a meter away, you won't hear it. So you really need to keep your eye on your child.
Watch at all times.
At all times.
And we know the consequences are just unthinkable, unfortunately.
It is terrible.
What are some of in your experience, obviously working in this space, what are some of the biggest mistakes that parents make when it comes to child safety, do you think?
It is, when it comes to swimming, for instance, once your child has started taking swimming lessons, you think the child is more water safe, then you think, I can just leave the child and the child can just get on by themselves. Literally, you turn your back for half a minute and it can happen. The same thing happens with road traffic crashes. If I can just make a point around the issue of road traffic crashes, we should not refer to them as accidents, because it
could be prevented. Yeah,
it is something that we can prevent. Again, it comes to the issue of keeping an eye on the child, being aware of where the child is at all times.
This seasonal kind of spike that we see, what is the biggest kind of watchword, do you think, going into the festive season?
So for me, it is about the water safety, and it is about safety on the road. If I usually, my 3 takeaways for people around road traffic crashes especially is keep an eye on the child. When you are setting off to go on a journey, for instance, reduce your speed. That is, if we just reduce our speed, and this is now just focusing on road traffic in general, reduce your speed, shave off 20 kilometers per hour off it, and it will make all the difference. If you could half it, even better. Shave off, reduce your speed, make sure when you get into a car that every child by law has to be in a car seat, has to be strapped in, has to be restrained. Make sure every passenger is wearing a restraint. And thirdly, and very importantly, is keep an eye out for pedestrians. We as drivers tend to look for other cars. We look at the traffic lights,
and so many
all of
those deaths happen as a result of
road traffic crashes. The spike that we see in children being killed on our roads, children are on holiday like everyone else, so there's more freedom. They come running out of everywhere.
Okay, I'm going to let that sink in. We're going to continue this discussion with Yolandi in just a moment.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso as we continue a very important conversation. I don't mean to instill the fear of God in you, but I want to do that because it's that kind of conversation. We're talking about child safety, not just around the festive season, but all year round. But the reality is, Yolandi Baker, that over this time of the year, we see a spike in fatalities, a spike. I'm not going to call them accidents because most accidents in this case can be prevented. But as the Executive Director of Child Safety, you obviously have a wonderful view of what we can do as parents, as families, to strategize, to be conscious of child safety. So maybe that's the word I'm going to use now, is how do we develop a strategy? What strategy should we have going into the festive season when it comes to child safety?
Thank you. It's a strategy that you can apply throughout the year. I think safety is not something that we specifically need to look at the festive season. I think if you continue to keep an eye on the child's environment, I think what we really need to remember is that we are the adults in these children's lives, and it's our responsibility to take care of them. Now, if we take that responsibility and we apply that to our environment in general, where the child is, a child, I have two boys, so I know what they can get up to.
They will ferret out the thing that you least want them to do. They will go straight to it.
Exactly, they will find it, and they do take quite a bit out of you to sort of keep the environment safe. But the important thing is to look and see what could be potentially risk factors for them. And you won't get all of them all the time, but the really, really big one, the water, the burns, to make sure that they are not able to just run out into the road, into busy streets where they could be knocked over. Keeping all the medical supplies, the cleaning supplies, all of that, keeping it out of reach, making sure that your home is a safe place. And we all have different homes in all shapes and sizes, but you as a parent would be able to see that this is...
And do it once, comprehensively, and you're sorted. Would you recommend going for a first aid course or something like that?
I would recommend coming to Child Safe. We do provide a pediatric first aid course that we work with another organization on. So we can actually work with parents to help them assess their homes, to see whether the home is safe or not, and see where they need to make the small adjustments, and then provide a first aid course. So the important thing to remember is to be able to, once you have a safe environment, something does happen, you want to be able to respond quickly.
Kick in, yeah.
A burn, for instance, you can make the world of difference. If a child burns, if you, as a parent, stay calm and you're able to do what needs to be done, you know what needs to be applied, how it needs to be managed, makes all the difference. So those two things, the two strategies that you had referred to, make sure that your home environment is safe, and outside of the home also you have all those other things in place. And then secondly, know how to respond in the case of an emergency.
Yeah, I know it's a difficult thing to say, stay calm, but you have the opportunity in that moment, because the adrenaline kicks in and actually elevates your performance as a parent, if that's the right way to explain it.
Yeah.
With the minute that we have left, maybe you can leave us with a few tips. What are the most important things you'd like to leave with our viewers?
Those 3 tips that I had mentioned earlier on. Oh, I actually make it 4 now to add the strategies that we just discussed. Look at your home environment. Make sure that it is relatively safe as it can be. Make sure that you attend a pediatric first aid course, that you know what to look for. Reduce your speed. Make sure, and I'm speaking to not only caregivers.
I love the way you look at the camera. I'm speaking to you right now.
I'm speaking to everyone now, to all drivers. And then thirdly, to make sure that the child is strapped in.
Okay.
Look out for pedestrians. Please look out for pedestrians, especially the little ones that you can't easily see over the hood of your car.
And I'll add to that, just to reiterate, one of the points that seems to have come up a lot is just always keep an eye on your child. I know it should be instinct as a parent, but we get very distracted ourselves.
Yes.
There's a lot going on. We want to relax as well. But the most important part of this entire conversation is that it's in your hands. You can take control of the situation, remain vigilant, and keep an eye on your child. Yolandi, thank you so much. Have a wonderful and safe festive season, and you as well.
Thank you.
Well, it's just a little bit before 7 o'clock, but let's take a look at what's happening in those national news headlines. President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday approved the release of more than 14,000 offenders on pardons and remissions to mark Reconciliation Day. The pardons will not include offenders sentenced for sexual offences, murder and attempted murder, armed robbery, high treason, sabotage and terrorism. The Tshwane Metro Boards yesterday said some areas will be left without water for 8 weeks, not 8 months as previously reported. After torrential rains, the Vaal Dam is now at 44.08% full. On the international front, Zambian President Edgar Lungu wants the US to recall its ambassador to Lusaka for criticizing the Southern African nation over a 15-year jail term slapped on 2 gay men for consensual sex. Ambassador Daniel Foote has urged Lusaka to review its laws that discriminate against minority groups. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has appealed for calm as violent protests against a new law on illegal migrants entered a 5th day. Protesters are angry at a law allowing non-Muslims from Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan who entered India illegally to become citizens. And then finally, Miss Nigeria didn't win the Miss World crown on Saturday, but her joyous reaction when Miss Jamaica's name was announced as the winner is going viral as an example of how friends should support each other. 3 women remained on the stage waiting to hear who would be crowned Miss World. Miss Nigeria, who is Nyekachi Douglas, Miss Jamaica, Tony Ann Singh, and Miss Brazil, Ellis Coolio. Now, Singh was announced as the winner, who no one seemed more excited than Miss Nigeria. Now, she immediately started celebrating by doing a happy jig, stomping her feet in joy, and excitedly bellowing congratulations at the new Miss World before enveloping Singh and Coolio with one big, huge hug. Miss Nigeria's reaction was indeed so priceless, and we all need friends like her. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Let's get another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Thank you so much, Lee. Let's kick it off with the big news when it comes to cricket. Paul Roxburgh crowned the 2019 Mzansi Super League champions after beating the Tshwane Spartans by an impressive 8 wickets at Bullet Park in Paarl last night. Moving to football, our Monday night footy saw Crystal Palace and Brighton and Hove Albion play out to a 1-1 draw at Selhurst Park. That was, of course, in the Premier League. And then on a slightly bigger scale, UEFA Champions League defending champions Liverpool, they've been drawn against Spanish giants Atletico Madrid, and defending Premier League champions Man City, they will take on 13-time winners Real Madrid in the last 16 of the competition. That was after the draw yesterday. We'll expand on those stories as we progress.
Thank you very much, GMed. We take a look at your roads right now. Starting off in Gauteng, out in Bedfordview, there are roadworks on the N3 northbound. That's before the M2 Geldenhuys interchange. Traffic is bumper to bumper over there, and it is causing delays. So please be patient on the roads this morning. Still in Gauteng, Tembisa on the R21 southbound, there has been an accident after the Babsfontein interchange obstructing the left lane. So please approach with caution. And after the train lines, there is an extended travel time of 20 to 30 minutes. That's on the Wellington line. It's due to current infrastructure conditions and sets out of service. That's where we leave it for now. Take it easy on the road. The next update will be in just over half an hour.
Don't ruin the moment. Prevent allergies or cold and flu with fast-acting powder nasal spray from the Nexa range. Nexa, brought to you by Pharmadynamics.
And now we take another look at those beautiful sunrise pictures that you have sent through. Thank you so much to Louise Cherry for sending us this orange skyline from Blue Hills out in Midrand, where today times of sunshine and occasional clouds can be expected with a northwesterly wind reaching a maximum of 26 degrees. Thank you for that. Ntokozo Makatini all the way out in Johannesburg. This blue skyline, beautiful. Partly sunny conditions today are expected with increasing cloud cover towards the evening, reaching a max of 27 degrees. You still have time to send your pictures through to us on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. And now that look at those temperatures across the country. High humidity out in Polokwane, 14, that's your low, reaching a high of 28. With Mbombela starting off at 15, reaching a max of 25 degrees. If you're out in the capital city, Pretoria, 16, that's your low, reaching a high of 28. With a light drizzle expected out in Johannesburg today, 15, reaching a high of 27. Times of sun and clouds for Mahikeng, 20 and 31, with a northeasterly wind going at 18 kilometers per hour. That's for Klerksdorp, 20, that's your low, reaching a high of 32. Kimberley, 21 and 37, with Bloemfontein starting off at 18 and peaking at 34 degrees today. Richards Bay, high humidity over there for you, 20, that's your low, reaching a high of 29. With sunny Pietermaritzburg starting off at 19 and reaching that maximum of 31 degrees today. Plenty of sunshine out in South Africa's playground. Durban, 21, reaching a high of 27. With Mthatha expecting sun and clouds today, 16, reaching a high of 35. East London, 19, that's your minimum, and your maximum temperatures 29 degrees. With the highest temperatures in the country, sunny Craddock, 16, peaking at a hot maximum of 40. Port Elizabeth, the friendly city, 17 and 29. With George at 14, reaching a high of 30. The lowest temperatures in the country today, that's Sutherland, 7, that's your minimum. Your maximum is 29. And a couple of showers are expected out in the mother city today, Cape Town, 16, reaching a high of 23. If you're in Worcester, 14, reaching a high of 33. It's out in nice and sunny over there with a northwesterly wind going at 18 kilometers per hour. For Springbok, it's sunny today, 11, reaching a high of 28. And lastly, warm Uppington, 18, that's your low, reaching a high of 39. And that's where we leave it for now. The next update in just over half an hour. Those pictures through to us on our Facebook page with the hashtag Expresso Show.
It's the most wonderful time of the day. What are you laughing about?
Because you did the dance as well. I'm excited. I'm very excited. It's time for our DionWired Advent Calendar Prize giveaway, and we still have a few more prizes to give away. And as you can see, somebody's very, very excited. Our next caller and lucky winner, Fiona, is on the line. Good morning, Fiona.
Good morning. Good morning.
How is your day turning out so far?
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Well, listen, I am so happy for you. I know that you've been holding on to the line for quite some time, and you've been very excited to have your turn at picking one of the numbers on our DionWired Advent Calendar. And firstly, what kind of prize are you hoping for this morning?
Oh, anything really.
Anything really.
All of the prizes are amazing.
Absolutely, they all are.
You're my favorite winner, Fiona. You are hands down my favorite winner. You're just so pumped to be on the line. So, Fiona, here's your choice, because we've obviously had a couple of our windows in our Advent calendar opened up. So the numbers that you can choose from this morning are the number 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. We've tried to do that nice and numerically for you, keep nice distances between the numbers. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 to choose from.
So which will it be, Fiona?
It will be number 10.
Number 10.
It is.
All right, opening.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll. And there it is. Oh, that's
these are lovely.
Oh.
Fiona, these are very, very, very special. We actually did a review of these on the show. They are mind-blowing. You have won yourself Sony wireless noise cancelling earphones valued at 3,999 rand.
Listen, this is absolutely wonderful. Your music listening experience, video watching, content watching experience will never be the same again. These are incredible.
They are truly remarkable modern marvels. So they have technology in them where they literally, the algorithms inside these little pieces of technology will actually balance out the ambient sound in the room. They cancel out the noise in the room. So all you will hear is the music, is the sound of the movie that you're watching.
They're pumping
maybe your motivational talk. They are truly remarkable. They are beautiful to look at. Congratulations,
Fiona. Fiona, what's your favorite song at the moment?
A favorite song?
It's the...
Come, Fiona, come. What would you be listening to right now?
You know, what's the one with the one?
With the one with the thing with the stuff?
You know what? I was about to say, I thought exactly that. But anyway, Fiona, when you figure it out, pump it nice and loud on your brand new Sony wireless earphones and enjoy them. That's amazing. And have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Now, this is, of course, your last week to enter and win, so get those SMSs in ASAP. SMS the keyword DionWired, include your name and your email address, and send that through to 33728. And remember that SMSs are costed at Rand 50 per SMS, and all terms and conditions that apply can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Man, that was good.
Fiona, you made my day. Well, hopefully we can make your day with more prizes. There are plenty more to be given away today. You want to stick around.
It's the most
Stream Fireplace.
DionWired, where humans go for technology. Support Crush in giving away another 20,000 pairs of school shoes to children in need. Buy a Crush, dial the number on the pack, and stand the chance to win your share of 500,000 rand. Hashtag share the goodness. Made with love by Clover.
welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, we are having the best time.
Yes, we are.
Chatting about, of course, festive feels and everything that we're getting ourselves ready for this festive season. And our very own Jamie Lee is currently at Woolworths living her best life. So let's go and check out what she's up to. And, of course, hopefully she'll be giving us some great ideas for the festive season.
Absolutely feeling like a kid again. Of course, I'm not alone because I'm in the selfie booth with none other than Jodie Butler. Hello, Jodie.
Hello.
Are you ready to explore the beautifulness of the Christmas gift shop right here in Woolies at Canal Hawk? Are you ready?
I'm so excited.
I know. This is such a beautiful concept, and I think it's so convenient. You can literally find everything right here. So for me, it's like easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Exactly.
And I know you have so much gifts, so much wonderful gifts for everybody. Show me what you want to show me.
So it's literally like your perfect one-stop gift shop. So first of all, they've got these amazing, I mean, these are shortcake, shortbread, some cool biscuits, some eats. I mean, everyone likes a little bit of a snack or a treat. And I mean, if not for the shortbread inside, for this beautiful box. I mean, how stunning is that?
Can we actually talk about this box? How gorgeous is it? And also see we have the tortilla one, which is perfect.
I mean, how stunning is that?
Stunning, stunning.
You can also get some things for mom.
Oh, mine Opa would actually like that.
Oh, mine Opa. Some good bath goodies, some lotions, some hand creams. And then you've got this. I mean, if you're a beauty girl like me, like you as well.
Beauty this coming through.
How stunning. This is actually some eyeshadow. It's glitter eyeshadow. It's liquid eyeshadow. So for that bit of sparkle, I mean, it is festive after all.
Festive, glitterati, sparkles, everything. Now, listen, I need to talk about this baubles because it's not your basic. It's taking it up a notch. It is literally screaming festive. So what is your favorite one?
I mean, how stunning is this? Beautiful, it's sparkly, it's a different color, it's a different shape entirely. It's stunning. And then you've just got these ones as well. These are like hand painted,
taking it up a notch. Oh, love this, love this, love this.
Some cool chocolate chip biscuits. I mean, you even have this. And even if you're just putting this on your table, on your console table.
This is levels. Next level. You are teaching me the ways. I want to pop this back on there. But then I do see something amazing, which is the little wreath over there, that wooden weaving. What is that?
Oh, Sally, I mean, if that doesn't scream Christmas, I don't know what does.
My word.
We've got these. I mean, how cool are these? I mean, they've even got that inside.
I think we should pop it on our Christmas tree because I do want to put it right there. Let me put my phone down there.
I feel like everyone always does a star at the top of the tree. I'm going to do a heart.
Are you bringing the love? Are you sharing the love? Sharing the love?
How cool is that if you just pop that?
And this literally, you said that you're traditional with your decorations, or?
I am, but I do like to kind of modernize it a little bit and just change it up. And I mean, this is really cool. It's kind of keeping in one color scheme, but it still looks classy, it looks elegant, and it still looks fun.
Dreaming of a white Christmas. It's not like your green and your red and just gold. It's like silver, your whites, everything. It looks perfect.
And sparkle.
And sparkle glitterati. I feel like we can get everything for everyone right here, right?
No, absolutely. Mom, dad, kids, everything.
Of course, for Boston.
Yes!
Yes! So this year you can shop all your amazing gifts right here at Woolies or at major Woolies outstores countrywide. But when we come back a little later on, myself and Jodie's going to be shopping for our little ones. We want to see you back later on.
Imina utatika fado sijabulile siyi Christmas.
Well, thanks very much, Jamie. Looking forward to seeing you a little bit later on. So now, for these past few weeks, we've been making some beautiful festive dishes for you to share with your family. And many of these recipes are from the Woolworths Taste magazine. And today, we're happy to have an old friend and contributing food editor of Taste, Hannah Lurie, in studio with us. And she's here to give us some top tips and tricks when it comes to making gammon, as well as share 2 quick and easy gammon glaze recipes. Hannah, great to have you back. How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Very, very good, good.
Feeling
festive already?
Always.
Always. Glad to hear that. Okay, I was saying earlier on to you that I really intend on putting together a beautiful gammon for my Christmas table this year for the family. So, but I'm a novice.
Yes.
So I'm going to step back and say that I don't know anything, and I need you to teach me the basics, the tips, and the tricks of making a good gammon for December.
Well, luckily, as you know, Woolies kind of has a range of like everything's kind of done for you.
Yeah.
So if you are a novice, at least you can get something like this, which is a beautiful top gammon with like traditional fruits like glazed pineapple and cranberries, and it's amazing. So you can always have that in the fridge on standby.
Just in case.
Just in case, you know. It is Christmas after all.
Or have it you know, just as the main course anywhere, it's like have two of those.
Amazing.
How about it?
You can't have too much gammon. And then basically they've got also really amazing ready to eat.
Yes.
So that's why I also got inspired and thought we'd do some glazes for that. But then they also have ready to cook, which is great for those more like people like me who love to show off in the kitchen a bit. You know?
Okay, all right. And so for people like you who love to show off in the kitchen a little bit, the basics of trying to cook it properly, what are some of the tips and tricks involved there?
So if you're doing it from scratch, you kind of, Woolies has a beautiful bone in, like a really beautiful big gammon.
Yeah.
So essentially, like you don't want it to dry out. So it's always important, like I like to poach mine, like in a beautiful liquid bath in the oven, and get all those beautiful flavors. So as it's cooking, it kind of like absorbs all the yumminess.
Good,
so things like a lovely stock in it, and like aromatics, and things like these beautiful star anise and cinnamon, and like some onions and fennel, and like get in there. Otherwise, some people also like to do something exciting, like a bit of ginger beer instead of stock, and it kind of caramelizes, and it's beautiful.
Keeps it nice and moist. All right, let's get into making those glazes. You've got a 2-ingredient glaze there for the quick and easy kind of glaze, right?
Yeah, so this is actually in the Taste magazine for December.
Good.
For the Woolies Taste, and it's kind of like really exciting because I love to use Woolies Flavor Burst blueberries, because kind of like they've got all that intense, beautiful flavor which you're looking for. So this is really quick and easy, and it's also like a great showstopper.
Yeah.
So as you can see, they're all like loving life in there, and then basically you just got it on like a little bit of a low heat, and then I love to add like a little bit of even maple syrup or honey, and really just like keep it simple. You don't really add any water or anything because you don't want it to become like this liquidy glaze.
Okay, so you want it nice and thick.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's just like basically keeping it super simple and easy, and not everything in the kitchen that looks amazing needs to be hard work.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. All right.
So we're just going to let it simmer there. It like literally takes 5 minutes.
Oh wow!
It's
and
amazing.
You can already see it changing in color as the blueberries
100%.
pop. Okay, so SMS the keyword Woolworths to 33728, and we'll send you a link to the recipe as well as the ingredients so that you can make your own. But I mean, it's pretty much as easy as that. Blueberries, and then your preferred is it sweetener, if you will.
Well, it's more like a beautiful. This is a stickiness that kind of keeps it together.
Your preferred stickiness.
Which is honey.
Sounds super
But
weird.
basically, well, yes, well, I am weird, but that's okay. All the rest of us are, so it's fine. But yeah, so basically it's going to end up looking something like that, and then you'll just like brush it onto, you can spoon half of it onto your ready-to-cook gammon, and then just put it under the grill for like a few minutes just to get a bit like caramelized and yummy. And then you spoon the rest of it over. Yeah.
That's good. All right.
And then it's basically done.
By the way, Woolworths is also running some awesome daily specials. So you can get up to 30% off Woolworths Festive Gammons and roast hampers. And this deal is running for today only. So make sure that you get to your nearest Woolies store. So you have another glaze to show us over here.
Yeah, so then this is kind of like, if you want to get a little bit more creative and you don't want to do like your traditional cranberry glaze and cranberry and applesauce kind of thing. So this is like a bit of an Asian take, for lack of a better word. But yeah, so
it's Asian flavors, if you will.
Yeah, like a little bit more savory.
Okay.
So it's a bit of soy sauce. Ooh, that's nice and very exciting. And
Where's my wok?
No. And then a little bit of whole grain mustard. Just to add like another depth of flavor in there. And basically you just chuck everything in at the same time. I'm like really like a no fuss kind of cook.
Cinnamon, star anise,
amazing.
cloves.
Love your work.
There they go.
Teamwork's the dream work.
Absolutely.
You know?
What do we have there?
And then this is a little bit of sage. But basically you can add whatever you want, but I just really love sage.
Okay. So let your palate guide.
Sage and pork, yeah. Especially since all the gammon in Woolies is, well, most of the gammon in Woolies is 100% SA pork, which is very exciting.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And the maple syrup, does that also make its way your preferred stickiness?
Yes. I'm never going to live that down. But, you know, it's basically a binder. If you want to get technical about it. Then,
by the way, you said sage and then whatever guides you, but when it comes to pork, what are the ideal kind of complementary flavors? I mean, we know pineapple is one, we know cranberry is one, now we've done blueberries. Are there any others that you could suggest?
So because pork is generally, especially like gammon, it's like cured and smoked, so it's kind of a bit salty naturally. So you want to have something that's not going to be too, that's why the sweetness is great. So it's like a counteractive, and it also like caramelizes and really just brings out the best in your pork,
So you'll allow that to sit for how long in the pot?
So that's the thing about glazes, you only really need like 5 minutes for it to reduce slightly, or even a little bit longer. If you do want to make it as a gift, it's a great gift.
Oh, yes.
Like inexpensive and also personal, and you know, yeah, so basically like 5 to 10 minutes, just until it gets to this like lovely, you know, like coating, like easy coating, because you're also going to put it in the oven on the gammon for a little bit longer, so you don't want to make it go too far and then reduce too much.
Wonderful.
But yeah.
Thank you very much. You've been
Thanks
wonderful. Now, if you want a fuss-free gammon dish, SMS the keyword Woolworths to 33728 to receive these glazed recipes. And of course, if you want some more festive inspiration, be sure to buy a copy of the December issue of Taste magazine. And remember to get to your nearest Woolies for today's festive deal.
Apply for your American Express Gold or Platinum card and get 20% off your food bill, or a complimentary appetizer, or a free bottle of wine every time you use your card at participating taste restaurants around the country. Apply now at americanexpress.co.za.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is a Tuesday morning and so good to be in your company. Now, his 2013 debut album received 3 South African Music Award nominations, which was followed by him grabbing the attention of the music industry titan L.A. Reid. Now, if that isn't impressive enough, Connell Cruz then has shared the stage with musical greats such as Harry Belafonte, Adam Lambert, and The Fred. He joins us this morning to take us through his wonderful journey, and I've had the privilege of sharing part of that journey and the stage with you,
That's
man.
right, we've shared the stage.
It's so good to see you.
It's great to be here, man.
You're cutting a very different figure. Last time I saw you, we were both like in suits on a stage. I mean, we were rocking that suave James Bond-like look. Now you're in the summer vibe.
Yeah, we do what's required.
Absolutely.
That's
How
our
have you been,
business.
my brother?
But I've been really great. Jeez, I'm loving life. My wife and I, we're real happy. My son is 11 months old. Yours is 17.
Yeah, daddies, man. We were daddies.
I love that whole life.
I think the last time I saw you, you were still expecting, right?
That's right. We were really pregnant. And when I saw you last, your little boy was just up and about.
Yeah, he's now 17 months old.
Jeez, bro, it flies, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what someone told me, which I thought was always very appropriate, the days are long, but the years are short.
That's very true.
Yeah?
When you reconcile the time that's passed by, you realize how quickly it's gone by. But yeah, like you said, the days are long. But take me to the day that you met with L.A. Reid, or at least got to that first interaction. And how did that come about? Because, I mean, he's a major player in the music industry, and to reach to those kind of upper echelons, it takes some doing.
Yeah, thanks. I released a song. I released a song called Into the Wild. It was my first single from my second album. And after Not Just Friends did so well, we decided to follow up with something a little bit different. And Into the Wild caught the attention of people all over the world. You know, when things get out, especially now, everything's so connected, the internet makes it so easy for anyone, anywhere, to access music. And it was just a lucky day, man. They turned on the computer just as my song was playing on some platform somewhere, and they loved it. And they called me up. I think it was 10 o'clock in the morning. I was sleeping.
As musicians do.
Yeah, this is the earliest I've been up in years.
Gotta give the boy some time to wake up.
And they said, "Hey, are you Connell Cruz?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." I was like, "Come on over." And geez, the next thing I know, I'm on a flight. I'm in LA Reid's office. It's a beautiful office on Park Avenue. It's got a great view of Central Park.
Wow.
And inside it are pictures of everybody who's been in this office with him. He's got this upright piano right there, and Michael Jackson, John Legend, Alicia Keys, everybody. And he just asked me to play for him. And there I am playing the piano.
What did you play?
Played Into the Wild.
Oh, yeah, okay. Since that's the song.
You gotta lead with the good stuff.
Start. Yeah, absolutely.
Imagine if I played something weird.
Well, you could have blown his mind with anything. I mean, I've heard your voice live, and I know what you can do, so I know he would have been impressed either way. So the idea, as I understand, is for you to relocate to New York City.
That's right. My wife, my son, and I are actually moving to New York in January.
That is wow.
Yeah, we've
packed?
been. Yeah, not yet. I'm still in Cape Town. We've been between Johannesburg and New York for the last 2 years. We were living in New York, and then we came here to do Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
And we were going to go back real quick, because we didn't anticipate that we were going to stay long. But, geez, then we ended up staying the whole way for Dancing with the Stars. And then when it was done, we were pregnant. And we just figured, let's not rush this whole thing. Let's enjoy it. And we had the baby here, our son Ivor. And all of a sudden, you blink. It's 2 years. We got to get back.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So, is there a plan? When you get to New York, do you have a pre-planned out schedule?
Yeah.
This is where you're going to be hitting the clubs or, you know, the studio, who you're going to be working with. Tell me more.
100%. The first thing is we're going to go to Kat's Delicatessen and get some good Reuben sandwich, corned beef. Yeah, there's very important things on the list. Yeah, as soon as we get back, it's back to making music. I've got a new album coming out next year, March.
Unbelievable.
And, yeah, it's really exciting. And I'm really excited about this work. This work, I'm sure you feel the same way. Your perspective on life changes as you evolve through the journey.
Yeah.
I'm not a single man anymore.
Yeah.
Neither am I just a married man. I'm now a married man who's a father.
Yeah.
And that, it colors everything.
Wow.
It colors everything, and it's beautiful. And I'm seeing all the same notes in completely different ways. And I'm just filled with such a drive to put that into music, and I can't wait for everyone to hear it. I'm really excited for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, when Connell Cruz starts speaking like that, oh yes, oh yes, you cannot wait to hear him perform live on our Feel Good Breakfast show. So excited to have you here, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, 2019 has certainly been a big year when it comes to the box office. We've seen some really impressive films come out, but of course we've seen some really anticipated ones as well that went on to disappoint. They're called the bombs of 2019. I'm talking about all those Rotten Tomatoes. And JP Sebastian is back again on the hot seat telling us what makes a movie bomb out when it hits the box office.
A good start. I don't just want to start rattling off at you movie names. Let's talk about what makes a movie a bomb. Because some people might see, oh, well, it looks like it's running some sort of profit. Isn't that a good thing? Oh, it's breaking even. Is that a good thing? This becomes complicated when you have movies that, like you said, people were depending on being the hype movie. The one that keeps the whole studio
You
up.
wait in anticipation for them.
So some of the numbers that I'm about to show you include the budget, which, as I mentioned in the previous segment, refers to the production budget. Camera people, the director costs $10 million in these gigantic movies. Robert Downey Jr. will cost $25 million to appear in the movie, and that's all your production stuff beforehand. Then and even that stuff's a bit cryptic. The accounting, they don't give you like, dollar for dollar. The studios are quite secretive about where those costs go. Then on top of that, you have post-production costs, or after that stage, which is to say printing of copies of the movie. So in America, for example, you have 4,000 cinemas that each need a copy of Avengers Endgame. South Africa, you have 200 cinemas.
So you're sending it all over the world.
Prints, and then you have advertising, trailers, and then it's like people like you and me showing up to ask, hey, Chris Evans, how do you get so muscular? And that stuff costs too. So these are the kind of hidden things and some of the stuff that I want to reveal to you. Tell you what, though, so then it's hard to talk about these movies in order. Because all of that stuff's
cryptic. You don't know all of these hidden costs as well, but you do know overall those bombs of movies that have come out in 2019. What are some of the ones?
Gemini Man, which is still in circuit at the moment. And this is Will Smith. Should a Will Smith movie be doing as badly as this? You have on this movie a budget of 2 billion rand. And like I said, some of these...
and everyone in the studio goes,
Some of these numbers look really... Okay, so that 2 billion, for example, is that major technology changes that we saw with Gemini Man. 120 frames per second shooting as opposed to 25 that South Africa is watching you on my face is on, which only 14 cinemas in America could show at that rate. 1 1,400 cinemas could show 50 frames per second, and the rest of the 4,000 had to show 30 frames per second. So you're not getting the full breadth of the technology they promised. That's what part of that $2 billion is. It opened to less than $1 billion, and the problem is that's almost half of the total gross. Now, Avengers Endgame would have opened to about 10% of its total gross of 41 billion rand.
Yeah.
Which that's still a very sexy weekend to open on. However, it's only 10%. This was 50% in the first weekend, gone. Opened in the same week as Joker, didn't stand a chance.
At what point do the movie houses then know that this is definitely not doing well? There's no saving it. Because at that point, once it's hit the cinemas, there's not much marketing you can do to push and support it.
And there have been rare cases that happened in China recently where a movie was so bad that they pulled it. that barely happens.
Just to save the name. Just to save face.
Yeah, and other costs, like I said, these junkets where Tom Cruise has to go show his face in South Africa, and then Indonesia, and then China, etc., etc. But tell you what, let's move on.
Number two.
Number two, Terminator Dark Fate. Another one that's still on circuit. So, these things are hard to say if it will land totally in the mud or if it will just be a bit grimy, but definitely it is going to be a bomb. Its budget was 2.68 billion rand. Its gross was 3.7 billion. So it looks like a clean profit, right? However, so now in your budget, like I said, that's your pre-production stuff, cameras, stars, director, blah, 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 editing. And then on top of budget has to go the prints and the advertising, which can make between 50 to 150% of budget. So if we take 50% of 2.68 billion, that's 1.3 billion you have to add on to that cost. That gross does not become profitable enough. Terminator franchise fatigue. Who wants to see like the 8th Terminator movie? I don't think people were prepared for that. Are you? Do you know that your new generation wants to see Arnold Schwarzenegger, or is he from utopias like myself?
So it goes into how do you even determine if there is a need for another one of these movies?
And then also there were cultural, creative clashes between James Cameron, this other person who they were touting as he's back, and then no one cared. And then also Tim Miller, the director, which...
and you can't ever tell until it's out there.
Too late.
Number one.
Number one, let's call it number one, definitely, because
number one
Dark Phoenix...
of the bombs.
Dark Phoenix was a bit of a cold turkey. That's a very bad joke, I apologize. I should run at a loss for that.
So, what was the budget there?
X-Men Dark Phoenix had a budget of 3 billion rand.
Oh my God. Huge budgets, huge budgets.
And grossed only, it's weird to say only, 3.7 billion rand around the world. So hey, is that a clean profit of 0.7 billion? No. Advertising. Also, the other thing that I'm not mentioning is cinemas have to take their amount too. So as well as the 50% on budget, which is 1.5 billion, so you've got 4.5 billion cost at the moment, you have cinemas taking off gross. We have to take half. China will take 70%, South Africa will take 30%. So it averages out to about half of that amount. This movie crashes out from the sky in a flaming heap. And it's the kind of thing where both Terminator and Dark Phoenix will end a franchise. You won't see X-Men for a long time.
Or we'll have one particular movie house or studio really suffering for a long time. To sort of reimagine the direction of where they take their films.
Look, so there have been weird, scary acquisitions this year. Disney just bought 20th Century Fox for X-Men. So they'll go, what's that lost to us?
Sort of
we'll make another X-Men in 10 years.
This is insane. The budgets are really huge. It's big business, but when it doesn't do well, when you don't receive it well, these movies that come out, it really can be quite detrimental. JP Sebastian, man, this is a lot of work you put into all these numbers and going behind the scenes of the specifics and the details. Let us know, have there been any movies in 2019 that really let you down, where you thought it was going to do so well, that made lots of money, and they absolutely didn't? We want to hear from you on Facebook, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. In the meantime, we'll see you after this.
Tell us your clapper-cheese.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. You could win one of 15 prizes courtesy of DionWired's Advent Calendar. A magical prize behind every number, a PlayStation 4, a Galaxy A30s, a Kenwood Chef, a Dyson cordless vacuum, and so much more. To win, SMS the keywords DionWired, your name and email address, to 33728 and cross those fingers. After all, 'tis the season to win big.
Sun goes down and we take it all in now. Take it all in.
Can you guys hear it? Need the track up? We need the track.
No plans, just staying where we are now. Tell your friends, won't be back till the summer ends. I got goals, but we're setting the trend. You and me getting lost in the weekend. Ice cold bottle of gin. Sun goes down and we take it all in now. Take it all in. Take it all in. Oh, I'll be John Travolta. 'Cause I'm alive and hot and soldier. Skin tight bikini weather. I'm alive and come to get you. Got a place to stay. Backseat of my car and we okay.
There's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. Buy any size of your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or sticker. Then follow the entry details on the pack and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs, steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers, or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes.
Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, it is indeed. On a Tuesday morning, welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, live, large, and in charge. Enjoying the festive season, man, all around.
The festive season all around. Lots of shopping to do as well. I'm sure for a lot of people, they are looking at inspiration everywhere they can find out of what to do. Here's Jamie Lee.
Enjoy.
I don't know if you can see this, but our excitement is building because it's time to get gifts for our little loved ones right here in Canal Walk Woolworths store. Listen, I wanted to bring them with, and I wanted Boston to come with because maybe we could have an arranged date, like
We should do a play date. Let's start with a play date.
Okay, start with the play date, but first let's get them gifts. Maybe let's start with the gifts first because I know that you're excited. We have a lot of cool things to get them.
I am so stoked because this is not a Christmas stocking. This is a huge bag. This is Santa's sack. I mean, how amazing are these? All you need to do is you need to get one of these, fling it over your shoulder, and you just pop in all the gifts in there.
Teach me the ways. Teach me the ways.
Let me show you.
Okay, so I'm already seeing cute things for the little ones, but I know you have your eyes on something already. What is it? What is it?
First of all, I love these. I mean, how cute with a little Father Christmas on there. Some more baubles for them. Those are really cool. All the different colors. And then, yeah, I'm going to pop that in as well. I love this.
Take
one.
one.
Favorite.
There we go. That is,
Boston absolutely loves a soft toy. So, I mean, how cute are those?
Okay, that is a cuddly hamster. I
Exactly.
love that one. Love that one. And then I see lots of treats as well. So this nice chocolate ones would be cute for them as well. Not too much, but it's festive. Can we spoil them?
I know.
Give
I
me
think
tips.
we need to.
Can we take two or one? Or are we just taking one?
Let's take two.
Let's take two.
And I mean, you have not had a Christmas cracker unless you've had a Woolies Christmas cracker. They always have the best goodies in there. I mean, these are miniature ones, so you can put that at the kiddies' table, maybe even at the adults' table as well.
Okay, listen. Jody, can I do something? From Auntie Jamie, I see this. Can we just give this to little one, please?
She'll love that.
Yes, I think you should try it. It says up to snow good. That is definitely Boston. Now, if you've seen Boston, she was with us a few weeks ago in studio, and she literally took over insert, Mommy. That was her insert.
She the best?
She's the cutest ever. So that one's for her.
Yeah. So
And
we've got
then-
some Father Christmas goodies here as well.
Love that.
And then we've also got this one, which I love.
Gingerbread man.
This is a gingerbread biscuit house. So it's got all the goodies in there. So that's always fun. You can put one in
There as well. They are going to love these. They're going to absolutely love these.
Choc swirls.
Choc
I'm gonna grab
swirls.
that.
Is that for you or for Boston?
Maybe it's for me. Maybe it's for both. Mom can have some as well.
Love it. And what is that?
This is also one of the baubles that you can hang on your tree, but it's chocolate. It's candy, so you can eat this.
Listen, on Festive, there is no calories. There is no calories for Festive, so get as much chocolate as you want right here in Woolworths. We're loving it.
Now, what do we do?
Are you ready? Okay. Popping it. Can we just give it like a bit of a... Okay. Pop. The mamas got the kids sorted. We're out here at Hoolies in Canal Walk, but this Christmas, we want you to share the love, share the excitement, share the happy with Hoolies this Christmas.
Imina utatika fado sijabulile siyi Christmas.
If you love the smell of freshly baked cookies, the creamy taste of Clover Classic Custard, and celebrating Christmas, then you will love our recipe for these Clover Classic Custard Christmas cookies. Say that 5 times fast, and we're going to be making it this morning. Our Clover Classic Christmas Custard cookies.
Yeah,
Love
and
it.
it's a reason. Who doesn't like little cookie men?
I
look
love
how cute and exciting that is.
Cookie
This
men.
is a great thing to do. I've actually started doing this like little do-it-yourself gingerbread men with
It's
my
a lot of
boy.
fun,
It's a
right?
lot of fun, and they get to eat then obviously the
know.
reward at the end of the day. And it also
Rewards.
teaches them patience because you've got to let the cookies dry, then you've got to bake them, you've got to do the thing. So, but this is super simple, and we're going to prove that right now by creating the various elements. I don't know if we'll get as far as popping them into the oven, but we'll take you through the various steps. So the first thing we're going to do is create our actual cookies themselves. Very
Yummy.
simple cookie dough.
Yep.
So we've obviously got our flour here. We've got our butter, which we're
Room
going to bomb in
temperature.
there, room temperature, because it needs to be pliable. You need to work it in there. And we've got our caster sugar, which I'm going to bomb in. And then this is where a little elbow grease helps out.
Lovely.
And we're going to
Super
start
easy
working it
recipe,
through.
just 3 ingredients.
It really is. And we stress that this is something that you can do for a lot of fun with your family, but it's quite cool from a gifting kind of idea. If you want to, like maybe you want to
Yeah.
give for school presents or those sorts of things. You want to have a little bit of fun.
Being a little
but
bougie
also-
right now, you should actually do it with your hands, but we're not going to do that.
Yeah, no, because then I'm going to have to mess up the rest of the kitchen.
It's all
you want to work it through, work it through, and start creating a bit of a dough there.
Yes.
There we go. That's actually starting to look quite good.
Nice. It's all coming together. Well, the beautiful thing that I love about Clover Classic Custard is that it's creamy, it's smooth and delicious, and has a unique recipe and is a source of vitamins A, B2 and D. So look out for lunch box-friendly sizes as well, which is really, really wonderful. I see your dough's coming together nicely.
Looking quite nice, yeah?
So very soon we'll be able to actually do our cookie dough cutouts.
Okay, so before I clump this up into a ball and we can start rolling that out, what we're going to do here is create our beautiful custard filling. Okay,
yes.
so let's start with a little bit of butter. We're going to pop that into the pan. Let me put the custard in first, because that's cornstarch, okay, which is going to be our thickener. And bear in mind that once this mixture starts to cool, the cornstarch is going to thicken. So I'm doing 1 cup of our Clover Classic Custard. Look how beautiful and gloopy that is.
Yeah.
Put that in there.
Nice dough, hot dough.
That down a
Look at
little
that there.
There we go. Beautiful. Don't laugh, man. I'm going to whisk
There you
that
go,
together.
darling.
Oh, lovely. And a little bit of our cornstarch.
Colour that you've got going on there. If you would love this recipe this morning for our Clover Custard Christmas Classic Cookies, maybe not in that order, all you have to do is SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. We will gladly send you the link to the recipe and, of course, your ingredients list, which is about 3, maybe 6 things.
It's so
and you
simple,
could be
okay.
making this with the kiddies, fun for the family, and it's super delicious as well. So now you are working our dough. Oh, I cannot
Hey,
wait
that's
for
starting
the,
to look, and it's got
for
a
the
lovely kind of a
cutout
dry
part.
texture. I should have actually put a little bit of flour on my hands. That's starting to form a lovely dough.
You're so confident in the kitchen, G. I love it.
You know, I'm really not, but I absolutely love it. Now, I've learned so much through this process, and I love the fact, because baking is something that terrifies me.
Yeah.
It's like you normally have to approach something with so much precision, and so I'm just going to, that's a lovely, like kind of almost a shortbready kind of texture. Look at you, just flour baying.
Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Just want to make sure that everything is worked through nicely. So I'm going to give you now a nice ball of dough.
Wonderful.
Looks good, hey? Look at that.
Nice.
Dough. And then you can give that
Give it a roll. Once again, if you would love the recipe for our Clover Classic Custard Christmas cookies, all you have to do is SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. We'll gladly send you the link to the recipe and the ingredients list, and you could be making this yourself. But if you want to take a look at how we made this, why don't you give this a quick
Oh, look at that.
squeeze.
That's looking great.
Nice.
Hey, well done.
Oh, wow.
Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover. As you go into the holidays, you're bound to have friends and family coming over. And what better treat to offer them than these Clover Classic Custard cookies? Add 100 grams of sugar to 200 grams of clover butter. And whisk until pale and fluffy. Next, add 300 grams of flour and bring together to form a dough. Pop the dough in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Next, roll out the dough. Cut out your cookie shapes and bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 8 to 10 minutes, then allow to cool. For the filling, heat 250 ml of Clover Classic custard in a saucepan. In a bowl, add 1.5 tablespoons of corn flour to 1.5 tablespoons of Clover butter and stir to form a paste. Then add a bit of heated custard, stir to combine, and return it to the saucepan. Whisk until thickened. Next, pipe the custard filling onto the cooled cookies and close the cookie sandwiches. For a bit of extra fun, pipe melted dark chocolate names onto your cookies. The holidays are a time for sharing, and your friends and family will be thrilled with these Clover treats made especially for them.
Made with love by Clover.
They're done.
I'm actually really impressed with my cookie dough here. We've created a whole little family of awesome little cookie guys. And we've taken, remember, I stressed that please let your custard filling cool.
Yes.
Because the cornstarch that we've introduced there is going to help thicken that. And you don't want it to be too runny because you've got to kind of, well done.
Oh,
Good job.
look at that.
Don't over squish.
I won't over
That was perfect, man.
And then you're going to decorate.
Yeah, let's give him
That's
a little...
Mom.
That's Mom.
This is Dad.
So we're going to give, hopefully this will work here. Come on, you can do it. So I'm going to give Mom some...
So much fun. You
Okay,
should
let's-
definitely try this. The kids, get them involved, and of course, get festive in the kitchen. SMS the keyword Clover to 33728 to get your hands on this recipe. It's absolutely amazing. SMSs will cost you R1.50 and no SMSs apply.
Look at that. Yay.
Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Get your summer glow back in time for the holidays with Biovian Vitamin C at OptimumOnlineStore.com. Vitamin C is an antioxidant, reducing damage from free radicals to brighten your skin, refine its texture, fade sunspots, and discoloration. See Biovian Vitamin C Hydrate and plump up fine lines for a supple, radiant, rejuvenated skin. Order now, email your city, and win free products at OptimumOnlineStore.com.
Summer loving, come to get you. Got a place to stay. Backseat of my car, we okay. Just me and you. But I'll be down if you wanted a menage. That's what summer means. Forever young, forever free. Ice and cold, bottle of gin. Sun goes down and we take it all in now. Oh, I'll be a John Travolta. Yeah, summer loving, hot stones. Skin tight bikini weather. Yeah, summer loving, gonna get ya. I'll be a John Travolta. Summer loving, oh.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's been quite a frenetic show this morning.
It really has
It always
been.
stresses me out to bake, but my baking dough came out quite well.
It always comes out good. Tastes amazing.
Smash
as
that.
well. Well done, Leanne. Well done.
I'm not a potential foodie, but I can tell you that we have seen some incredible foodie journeys through the Taste Master South Africa, an unbelievable reality show that endeavors to find the next afternoon express foodie, a beautiful platform for any aspiring chef, foodie, Instagrammer to put themselves out there and, of course, work alongside some of the best chefs in the country. But it's been a hectic process.
been.
So it all comes down to the finale tonight, right here on SABC3. So we put it to you guys to let us know who you're backing, who you've loved, and what have the people said.
And we've seen these people be put through their paces every single week. It's been a tough one. You think it's easy to entertain, put together meals, but also a great experience until you see these guys go through it. Some of your comments that have come through on Facebook. Bui Kanto Prideness Kala says, good morning, Expresso team. I think it will be Tumi. Hashtag
she's
morning.
a fan favorite.
So Tumi is a big favorite at the moment. We also got another comment from Catherine Palmer, who says that, good morning, Expresso. I can't wait for the final. Very exciting. My favorite is Charmaine, but Tumi also puts a lot in. So I do wish them both well. And that's the thing, it gets quite difficult to sort of gauge or decide which one.
Oh, no, they've all done so incredible. I mean, we've seen some that have already gone that could have won this thing.
Yeah.
So that just proves the level of competition. This one coming from Shireen Abrams coming through. Good morning, my Expresso family. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you too, hun. Been watching. It was such an exciting show. Charmaine is my favorite from the beginning. Hope she wins. She's been amazing since the show started. To all the judges, you've been so wonderful. I'm seeing Gregory Zarnecki there, Abigail Donnelly, some true legends in the foodie industry, and they've imparted our Zola Nene. They've imparted their knowledge, but they've also added a kind of a sense of drama to the whole process as well. It really has made it. So you guys are getting your moment in the sun. I've been enjoying watching Harmony hosting the show. He's done such an incredible job. That voice, man. I love it. So good luck to both ladies. Have a super day. Lots of love. My feel-good breakfast family. That was a really sweet message, Shireen. Thank you for putting in so much effort.
I'm sure there's a lot of people sad to see the show come to an end, but of course, do continue to let us know on Facebook. Who do you think is going to be taking it as the final draws closer?
Well, we'll find out tonight. And the man of the hour sits right next to us right now, having worked very hard to make the restaurant at Waterkloof Wines in Somerset West one of the most sought-after eateries in the country. Gregory Zarnecki was a no-brainer to join the celebrated TV chef Zola Nene as a judge on SABC3's brand new reality foodie and lifestyle competition, The Taste Master.
Yes, the final course is being served up tonight, and it all comes down to Charmaine Ramalope Makubela and Boitumelo Mohai, who will take the title to become Afternoon Expresso's new resident foodie. And of course, Gregory joins us this morning to share more about his experience. So please give him the warmest Expresso welcome. Like only we know how.
Celebrate the man. Yululays. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you've been a very, very busy man from just taking, as I said, the restaurant at Waterkloof Wines to what it is right now, one of the most celebrated across the country. And then you also jet around the country helping young, up-and-coming, inspired foodies to live out their best dreams. What's the experience of being a judge on The Taste Master been like?
Yeah, it was a great experience. You know, it was like the first time for me to get out also of the kitchen, and just in my four walls where I'm in control of everything. And it was great to meet like, you know, contestants that have like potential, and you know that sometimes don't know exactly if they could get out there and showcase to South Africa. So you know it was a great experience from both sides of the cameras. You know, from like the crew side with like, you know, Zola Harmony, which was like, you know, great host, and yeah, Zola also guiding me a bit through because it was my first experience for like television. And then the contestants also, you know, you see them, you know, they all don't know each other, and slowly through the different episodes, you know, and the different challenges, you know, there's a bond created, and also get to like relax a bit more, so their personality and charisma showcase. So it's no, overall it was like a fantastic experience. You know, I'm happy that it's like finished in a way, and tonight, you know, will be the big reveal. But at the same time, you know, I wish there would have been like more, because you know, I started to get comfortable with it.
I love it. I love it. You have probably worked with so many professionals throughout your career as well. What's it been like seeing these foodies as they grow through this competition to where they are right now?
Well, it is pretty much the same as like in a professional kitchen, you know, when you get someone and then you slowly give them advice, and you see them like growing and, you know, and showcasing their personality on the plate. And it's exactly the same with the contestants, you know. Obviously, it's two different kind of like universe, you know, professional kitchen, you know, you can be a great cook at home, but the hospitality industry might not be for you, you know. It's long hours, long service, stressful service. But when you see like how the contestants were very shy, you know, and slowly they get out of their comfort zone, and they do listen, you know, every week they had like amazing mentors guiding them, you know, we gave them advice, and then you see that, you know, going into them, and the confidence come out, and you know, when you watch tonight, you'll see like it's unbelievable like how much food was like, you know, came out of those two contestants in so little time. It's just unbelievable.
And I'm sure they must have gained a vast amount of inspiration working with you. Every single year when one goes to the Eat Out Awards and you're privileged enough to be invited, the name Gregory Zarnecki is just there on everyone's lips. It's bubbling under the surface. You've done so well consistently at these awards. This year awarded third best in the whole country. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
What does it take to stay on top of your game like that consistently?
I think the most important is to you know, I think the main essence, I mean, for me, myself, is like, you know, I don't chase the awards, you know. I think you have to stick true to what you're passionate about and what you love doing, and that's going to showcase. And you're going then in the right direction. You follow the vision that you have for your kitchen, for your establishment, and I think that's what's important. So I just wake up with determination, try to go to bed with satisfaction. Obviously, in between there is the days, you know, and that's it. You know, I try to my passion for food has become an obsession. So I'm always like food, and that's it. I just try to have fun in the kitchen, educate the team. And show them what it's like to be a chef, you know.
I think you missed an important part. There's wake up with determination, drive to work in an AMG, and sleep with satisfaction.
Yeah, that is the bonus, you know, in between. But yeah, no, it's a great experience on each side. You know? But yeah, I think that's the main goal. You know, for me, it's just to have fun and showcase what we can do and push boundaries also. You know, so we get used to a certain level in the kitchen, you know, of what we can pull out. And then when we get used to this and I'm comfortable with like, okay, you know, we're getting this right, then let's move on to the next stage and try to push the boundaries a bit more, you know.
Excellent.
Well, that passion suddenly shines through, and we can't wait to see it culminate tonight. So be sure not to miss the grand finale of the Taste Master tonight at 7:30, only on SABC3, to find out who will be your next resident Afternoon Express food.
Are we allowed to put Greg on the spot and ask him?
Okay.
Who he thinks it will be?
Who you are thinking?
Yeah.
I know the answer.
You know already.
I'm just going to make you wait.
Yes,
I know it's a difficult one, huh?
Yeah.
But I know. And I've been knowing for a couple of days.
Well done on keeping the secret.
Well, it is between Charmaine and Boitumelo tonight, so it's going to be a celebration for the grand finale. The Taste Master is going to give you a chance of winning a premium dishwasher valued at 13,500 Rand.
Absolutely. So to enter, retweet the competition post on the Taste Master SA Twitter page. The competition closes tonight at midnight, and T's and C's can be found on thetastemaster.coza. And enter now, because even a Taste Master needs a little help when it comes to washing the dishes. And of course, don't forget that grand prize competition to win a trip for two to the beautiful Belgium. It's still up for grabs, so make sure to enter and find out all the details on tastemaster.co.za. Once again, the competition closes at midnight tonight, so get cracking on all those entries.
Gregory, of course, is going to show us.
This Tuesday evening, it's the season finale of The Taste Master. Welcome to Belgium and the finale of The Taste Master.
How am I going to be able to merge Belgium and South Africa into a Christmas feast? It is a bittersweet moment for me. The person I'm with here is Charmaine, very close friend. One of us has to win it.
I'm feeling like I could really do this.
I'm definitely taking this one.
This is really going to be a battle for my life.
Why is she hiding things from me? Aren't we friends anymore?
Whew. Time is of the essence.
This hard work better pay off.
Things are just not coming together. This is definitely not happening.
I'm a little confused. I don't know what it tastes like now. It's go time.
It's going to be tough.
Who will take the title of the Taste Master? Tuesday evening at 7:30 on SABC3. The stage is yours. Own it.
Sending all the best of luck to Charmaine and Tumi. Now, with 5 SAMA nominations behind his name, not only is he an awesome guy, he comes with the musical chops. Connell Cruz is here, and he comes this morning with guest artist Charlie Finch performing on his brand new track, It's All Summer Long.
Turn the radio up, new song coming in hot. We gotta hit the road, no plans, just land where we land now. Tell your friends, won't be back till the summer ends. They got goals, but we're setting the trend. You and me getting lost in the weekend. Sun goes down and we take it all in now. Take it all in, take it all in. I'll be John Travolta. Summer loving, hot as stone. Skin tight bikini weather. Summer loving, come to get you one. Got a place to stay, backseat in my car, and we okay. Just me and you. But I'd be down if you wanted a menage a three. That's what summer means. Forever young, forever free. Ice cold, bottle of gin. Sun goes down and we take it all in now. Charlie Finch. We're playing tonight at Cafe Rue in Noordhoek, tomorrow Stellenbosch at Aunt Klaas, and on Friday at the Jagger Lounge, Cape Town Central. It's my last shows. Come along. I'll be okay if you are next to me all summer. I'll be okay if you are next to me all summer long. I'll be okay if you are next to me all summer long. I'll be okay if you are next to me all summer long. I'll be okay if you are next to me all summer long. I'll be okay if you are next to me all summer long. I'll be okay if you are next to me all summer long. I'll be okay if you are next to me all summer long. I'll be okay if you are next to me.
Oh, my word! Oh, that was amazing, gentlemen. It looked like so much fun to perform. Just get in your car, drive somewhere. Put it on and drive somewhere. That is amazing. Connell Cruz is sticking around. Charlie, thank you so much, gents. That was superb. We'll see you in a mo. Woo!
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, summer is here, and this time of the year is often filled with loads of outdoor activities where we find ourselves in the sun. Now, sunburn can occur within 15 minutes of exposure, and the damage caused is permanent. Skin cancer is one of the most common cancers worldwide, but fortunately, it is also one of the most preventable forms of cancer. Now, by raising awareness of the dangers of being in the sun and encouraging sun-safe habits, we can save lives. And here to shed some light on the topic of skin cancer, please welcome to the studio Dr. Matobele, as well who is the founder of the Clinimed and Cancer TLC coordinator, Anthea Lynn in studio. Anthea Lynn, Dr. Matobele, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Closer, you guys are so far away from me, all right? So who are we going to begin? Doctor, with you first. Do you want to take us through exactly what is skin cancer for those who are still a bit iffy on the situation?
Okay, so basically skin cancer is when you get too much exposure to the sun, and then the cells in your skin, they change in terms of how they multiply, and then they become cancerous, which means they become abnormal, and then they start spreading to other parts of your body, and that's how you develop skin cancer.
What is the prevalence of skin cancer specifically in South Africa?
The prevalence of skin cancer specifically in South Africa is that we have about We have about 700,000 people that are capable of getting skin cancer, with a mortality rate of about 20,000 people.
Yeah, I think that when we think of skin cancer, we always think that it affects people with lighter skin colors. I know that there's a term that go black don't crack, you know, so that means we can stay in the sun for as long as possible. But who is skin cancer most likely to affect, men or women, light skin or dark skin people?
When it comes to the sex part of things, it can affect anybody.
Anyone.
Yes, and as far as the skin color is concerned, it's most likely to affect people who are white, lighter in skin, reason being they don't have the melanin protection that helps in not developing skin cancer. So they've got very less melanocytes, but there are certain types of skin cancers that can happen in darker skin people. So everybody needs to be aware that they are at risk of getting skin cancer.
We're all susceptible. Just because you have a little bit more melanin doesn't mean that you're not. When it comes to skin cancer, are there different subtypes of skin cancer?
Yes, there are. We have something called, there's like 3 main skin cancers that are commonly found, which is the basal cell carcinoma, the squamous cell carcinoma, as well as the melanoma. The one that is very, very dangerous is the melanoma one, because it tends to spread very quickly, and it happens, like I mentioned, in people who are dark-skinned, and it can be missed because most people think, no, I'm black, chances I'm not going to get that. So,
Exactly. Well, this is the time of the year where we need to be extra vigilant about it, of course, because the sun is at its all-time high and people are spending hours and hours out in the sun. I know that I was at the beach recently for a shoot, and I saw literally girls on the beach with baby oil, putting it on their skin in order to just get as dark and as brown as possible. And while it is all wonderful to have beautiful brown skin for the summer seasons, we've got to think about the dangers thereof. So that's why I'm joined in studio by Dr. Matobela Machekane, who is the founder of CliniMed and also Cancer TLC coordinator, Anthea Lynn Lewis. And we will be continuing this conversation on skin cancer in a little bit.
Thank you so much, ladies. Now let's have a little bit of fun. Those of us who live most hours of every day with our dog will know that the bond between pet and owner becomes inseparable. I can certainly speak from personal experience. You rely on one another, have each other's back. There's next to nothing you wouldn't do for your furry friend, and I think that goes in reverse as well. You'd be lost without each other, let's be honest. So this is the story of John and Clanky, and we simply had to share it with you.
I've been working as a car guard about 8 years now. Clancy means a lot to me. He's my best friend. He protects me. Clancy is a mixed breed and he's about 8 years old. I've had Clancy for 7 to 8 months now. I stay up in the mountain, a small shack we got there. His owner was also staying outside. So he was here in Muizenberg. So he decided to go to rehab. So he asked me to look after Clancy. His previous owner came back also, come visit us for a day. The previous owner stays there, I was staying here. But which 2 of us he's gonna stay? So I walked away, I said, Clancy. So he come after me, ran away from his own owner. Yeah, he just wants to be with me, yes.
Both dogs and us as people are social creatures, needing contact for a sense of belonging and well-being.
In the morning we get up, come take a walk down to the park, spend half a day on the park, go back up, get us ready to work. By 6 o'clock in the evening, go back to beachfront, go work there, Clancy's with me. When I finish work, then we go straight to the shop down here, buy something to eat, then we go back up in the mountain. It means a lot to me. Clancy's very special to me. Because if I'm far from him, then I miss him a lot. If I turn, he turns. Wherever I go, he goes.
checkup with Dr. Michael Rissick confirmed Clanky's good health.
So we're basically just going to check this guy out, just do a quick health check just to make sure that he's doing well, and then after that we're just going to give a vaccination and a dewormer, which we do to all the dogs that come in just to prevent any infections, and then obviously get rid of any parasites. So we also check the weight and the condition. You know, looking at him, he's actually in very, very good condition considering, you know, his background and that. Yeah, his teeth are looking excellent, his coat is good, he's got a good amount of weight and muscle on him, so I'm very, very happy with how he's looking. Yeah. Looking after him, John. Yeah, doing a good job.
I take care of him by washing him, fed him. Yes, it can be expensive looking after him. Then scratching the bun for bones, that's how we survive. But I survive.
Anyone who knows John and Clanky will tell you theirs is a brotherhood.
If I have to lose Clancy, it's going to be very difficult for me because I'm used to him now. And he's used to me. If I go to work without him now, it won't be fun.
Hearing of this great bond, Hills donated towards Clanky's upkeep.
Thank you for the dog food. Thank you for the food. Thank you for everything. Yes, he's going to help me and my family and my dog. And he's my best friend. He keeps me going.
Science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.
That was really beautiful, Clancy.
That's actually made me a little bit emotional, man.
Yeah.
That was just so sweet. I mean, I've got a lovely relationship with my pups, and there's nothing quite like it, but that is really cool. John, you're an awesome guy. Clancy, you are just the sweetest pup, so it's so cool that they are getting their just
We are getting our
rewards.
just too, our just
Please.
rewards as well, because we've been good this morning, Princess, haven't we?
Yes, Nana, yes.
We have been, and so good to see you. But you've made some freshly baked goodies. What have you got there?
Just for me or for...
We'll share.
Oh, man, that's
For you?
For me.
Oh, a shot for you and a
She knows me
croissant
so
for
well.
By the way,
thank
I have
you,
to
Princess,
say, your
thanks.
hairstyle, you look amazing. You remind me
Thank
of
you.
V-Mesh. It's almost like you're about to give me this croissant on some...
Yeah, but no, you said share.
We're going to share it. We'll see you after this. We
Bottoms
talk
up.
skin and plantify after the break.
A taste loved by those who have tried it. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, summer is here, and of course, we are moving towards the outdoors, living our best lives in the sun. However, sometimes we don't understand the dangers of it, and that sunburn can occur within 15 minutes of being in the sun, and sometimes the damage is irreversible. So to teach us some sun-safe habits, we've got CliniMed founder Dr. Matobela Machakane in studio, as well as Cancer TLC coordinator Anthea Lynn Lewis. Ladies, back in the house again. I love that we're talking about this because this is very, very important, and we need to keep it top of mind in order to stay safe this summer season. So, Anthea, there is a term ABCD when it comes to the symptoms of skin cancer and detection. What does ABCDE actually stand for?
Okay, the A is for asymmetry, is when the one half of the mole is different to the other one. Because a normal mole is normal and it's round. It should be round.
Yeah.
And both sides
I always
is
check
the
mine.
same.
Mine is kind of roundish, yes.
Yes. And then B is for the border, which means that the border of the mole is not irregular because a normal mole is round. And then C is for color, and the color can vary. Normally, a normal mole is brown and black, but if something is blue, white, or red, then it's an indication something could be wrong.
And then D, we're looking at diameter. If the mole is bigger than 6 millimeter, then it's also something that you need to have checked out. And then E is evolve. Once the mole starts growing and it becomes more prominent, then that is also something to look at. And then important to do your monthly skin check.
Of course. So when it comes to treatment options with regards to skin cancer, what are we looking at in particular, and what are the side effects that you can expect from the treatment?
Okay, there's no real big side effects, and the surgery is not normally invasive because it's just basically the removing of the mole. But if the whole area is affected, then it is removal of more skin, which means that they need to then replace that skin with healthy skin. So then your healing time is a bit longer, also depending at what stage the skin cancer was caught.
Yeah. I love that we said in the beginning that this is a preventable cancer. This is the beautiful thing. So now you know that prevention is better than cure. When it comes to prevention, is wearing sunscreen really, really helpful, and does it decrease the risk of getting skin cancer?
Yes, it is definitely more helpful. And then you need to look at the sun protection factor from anything from 20 up until 50, and also to stay out of the sun. And it's important that when you put on the sunscreen that you need to know that you need to reapply. It does not just automatically cover you for the whole day.
Yeah. We put it on in the morning and we think, I'm good. I'm going to swim all day and nothing's going to happen to me, but that's not the case. No. How long does that actual layer that you put on last on your skin?
Okay, if we take an SPF 50 and we multiply it by 5, we get 250. And there's 60 minutes within an hour. You divide that into the 250. So an SPF 50 will then protect you for 4 hours and 10 minutes. So if you put sunscreen on at 8 o'clock, you need to reapply by 10:12.
Ooh, something you didn't know. Well, now you know. In terms of other ways of protecting your skin from the sun, what could we do?
You could actually, as she mentioned, have protective clothing, even sunglasses, just to protect your eyes. And also just making sure that when you are in a place where there's a shade, you go under the shade, because the more time you spend exposed to the sun, that's when you put yourself at risk of getting skin cancer.
And then staying out of the sun between 10 and 3, because that is when the UV is at its highest.
Okay, well, we will be continuing our talk on skin cancer and, of course, helping you have some sun-safe rules over the festive season, just to make sure that you are safe.
So I'm coming to terms with the beautiful array of plants that we've got here, but some pretty cool contraptions and ways of looking after our plants. We absolutely love that we have greenified our space and hopefully inspired you to do the same. The holiday season is upon us, and with that, we start making plans for house and for pet sitters while we're away, of course. But what about our plants, our brand new little additions to the family? Do we need to get a plant sitter in for the festive season too? These are important questions. Or maybe are there other ways to take care of them without us actually being there? Here to explore this further is Plant of Eyes head gardener Andreas Keller and our good mate. Dude, welcome back.
Good to be here.
You've got some cool little contraptions here. But let's just take a step back. We've obviously introduced an array of beautiful new plants to our living space. What are the key things when taking care of our plants that we need to be aware of?
Right, so if you're going away on holiday, you can set your plant up for about 2 to 3 weeks without needing to get a plant sitter in. It really just depends on what type of plant it is and the techniques that you use in order for the plant to kind of take care of itself over this period of time.
That is amazing to me, and you want to make sure, because there's nothing I think more heartbreaking than coming back in. You're like, oh my word. And I did that actually. Some of the plants that I had introduced into my living space, I'd taken from our old studio because I couldn't bear the thought of them not getting their care over that period. So how do we address each plant type? I'm dying to get to what we are actually doing here, but succulents, how long can they last, and how long can a non-succulent last in that space? What sort of care do we need to be administering?
So succulents, generally speaking, if you water them before you leave, they'll be absolutely fine. You leave them where they are, they can go up to 3 to 4 weeks without any adjustments, and they'll be fine.
Okay. They draw their atmospheric moisture, they're cool.
Exactly. Exactly, and they store the moisture, they store the water in their leaves and in their roots, and they'll be absolutely fine.
They are the camels of the plant world. We love that. Okay, and then what is going on here, dude? This looks like the coolest technique that you have got for watering our plants. Take us through this beautiful little contraption, kind of, I don't even know what to call it, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, you could call it a DIY water reservoir, something like that.
So cool.
So, I mean, the principle's really, really simple. You have a reservoir that's elevated. It kind of trickle feeds water through a conduit into your plant. To set this up is really simple. I mean, you can see this is something out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Just add some water into it. This is a spare pot lying around. Set it up.
You just need the elevation. Okay.
Exactly, you need the elevation. So what you want to do is, so this is some twine, so it's obviously moisture retentive. You kind of just want to add a weight to it.
Okay.
Pop it into the reservoir. Make sure that you wet the twine or the string that you're going to use, and then you kind of just secure it into your plant itself.
But how deep do you need to put that?
So the deeper the better.
Okay.
So you kind of want to take a society stick or something, a chopstick, shove it in there, open it up a little bit. You're not going to hurt the roots, and stick your twine in there.
So that moisture can get right down into the base of the roots. Okay.
Exactly. What's really important is to water your plant before doing that. You kind of want to establish the continuity of water transportation.
Okay.
Exactly.
It's the science, man. I absolutely love it. Okay, so how do you know, and this might seem like after all of the education you've given us, what is a succulent and what is not? Because we've seen all manner of variations on both sides. So how do you identify what your plant is for the untrained eye and how much water it's going to need?
Okay, so first prize, know the name of your plant.
Okay.
Okay, so that allows you to Google it, and that'll immediately tell you whether it's a succulent or whether it's a foliage plant, something non-succulent. And from that, you can then, kind of decide on the care. You can also jump onto Plantify's website. If you can look under the water-wise section, and you can find, a broad spectrum of water-wise plants, which are typically succulents, and kind of roll from there.
Nice speckworm is great. Speckworm is a succulent?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'd love to know, with your encyclopedic knowledge, like how many plant names you actually really know. So what would you suggest then, if we're looking to kind of introduce the green into our space now, going into the festive season, what plants would you recommend would be great? Bearing in mind that we would be possibly going away and those sorts of things, knowing that the succulents, what make great house plants and additions to the family, do you think?
So the temptation is to kind of go for the flashy plant, which typically is your foliage plant, something like this, which has got really interesting patterns.
It's gorgeous. I mean, that's like Art Deco, yeah.
Totally. But maybe not on the kind of easy care spectrum. Water-wise plants typically don't need much watering, or not so frequently, so it's the perfect plant to introduce if you're going to start off during the Christmas season, because you're going to be away, you're not going to focus on your plants so much, and they kind of take care of themselves.
So just once again to reiterate, so how long will a kind of water reservoir system like this last if we are going away?
So you should be fine for 2 weeks comfortably, maybe 3 weeks if you tweak your engineering a little bit. So you thicken up your twine, you add a few more strings, you add a bigger reservoir, and you could also take things to the next level and introduce something like a towel which you could put underneath your plant. Maybe put let's use this one, and take it out of the pot, wet the towel, and put it, so you might want to set it up in your bath, in your bathtub, because that'll add an additional layer of humidity and also water retention, and you should be comfortable for three weeks.
Oh, this is so cool. I'm thinking this is a cool science project to try out, regardless of whether you're going away or not. Start having a little bit of fun. We're like drifting into the hydroponic space here almost. It's starting to feel like we're getting really creative, but brilliant ideas there. But I think the most important thing is don't forget about the beautiful green in your home. We've done so much to increase our living space, or the potential of the green in our living space, with beautiful new additions. Go for a succulent or something that's a bit more water-wise. We've got some great news for you as well, because we are giving away a water-wise plant of your choice, conveniently shipped to you. And if you want to win this fantastic prize, first of all, visit Plantify's water-wise plants section of plantify.co.za and tell us which of the water-wise plants you would add to your home this festive season to add that beautiful green. Then visit Expresso's Facebook Facebook page and comment on the Plantify competition post. Terms and conditions can be found on expressoshow.com. But bear in mind that that competition ends today at midnight, so you want to get on it right now. That's plantify.co.za.
All right, we're in the kitchen right now with the Taste Master SA Judge Gregory Zarnecki. He's about to show us one of his favorite dishes, the keyword for which is fish. SMS that to 33728. And of course, remember to catch the finale, the grand finale of the Taste Master tonight on SABC3. I'm very excited to be cooking in the kitchen with you, man.
Well, thanks. But I mean, where's your apron?
Oh, yes. This is what this is.
You think I'm going to do everything on my own?
Nicole... You should have said
You're going to assist me there, you know?
I'm glad to do so. Okay.
I'm used to working in a professional kitchen where there's like, you know, a lot of people around, you know? I don't want you to just like talk to me. I want you to participate.
Do something as well. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So let's get started. And this is a dish that is ideal for the summertime. We're going to be going into eating heavy foods, big tables. This is nice and light.
Yeah, yeah, that's the whole point. I mean, you know, it is festive, but it's you know, we're gonna cook like fish, line cut. You know, you need to keep it on the green list of the sassy. You know, nothing orange, nothing red. Obviously here, I pan fry the fish, but you can do the fish on the braai if you want to, you know, so it's something that you can actually even fish your own fish. You know?
There we go.
There we go. I'm giving you like something to do over the festive season in case you get bored.
Yeah, okay. Catch your own fish.
So the idea is just to sear the fish, and then we're gonna serve it with the mussels. So the mussels needs to be open, so, you know, pretty like standard procedure. You have a garnish, which is like based on leek, onion, garlic, thyme, bay leaf, a bit of like celery. So you take a pot, you sweat that like nicely with a bit of oil, and when it's cooked, you throw your mussels in, and then you deglaze with some white wine. You put the lid, obviously it will steam, they will open, you clear them out, this is what you get. Then you pick them out, and this is what you get.
That's what you get. So that's how you go from there
to there. Yeah. And then it's important that you keep the liquid, because the liquid of the mussels will be the base of your sauce.
Okay, good stuff.
So the base of the sauce is pretty much a reduction of the mussel juice.
Yes.
You know, and then just reduce it, and then we emulsify butter, and then you will get something like this. So this is what we call in French a beurre monté. So it's an emulsified butter. It's not.
You said it's a beurre monté.
A beurre monté.
Beurre monté.
There we go.
Okay.
So just reduction of the mussel juice, emulsify the butter in. And then what I've done is I've added gooseberries, you know, Cape gooseberries.
Okay.
So you keep a couple, about like 16 for your plating to put on the plate. But the rest you just juice it, strain it, and cook it until you get this syrupy like texture.
Reduction.
There we go. You know the right terms already. You're sorted.
I'm learning.
You have the apron. You might come back with me at the restaurant, you know?
Come on. December vacay job.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're gonna no, I have no vacation.
I can take you up on that.
So you see, I'm just gonna add it to the sauce just to make sure the sauce is ready. So obviously, like
we can see that nicely.
Just make sure that the seasoning you do it afterwards, because the mussel jus can be like quite salty at times. So here we're gonna mix it. So you're gonna have the acidity, the sweetness, the tanginess of like the gooseberry reduction, you know.
Okay.
And I'll ask you to like taste, because you're gonna be the professional.
I would love to. By the way, when it comes to finding inspiration for your dishes, where does most of it come from? I mean, you've traveled the whole world through.
Yeah, but I mean, inspiration is everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, season, product, a painting, an assortment of like color. That's why you get your thing. You know, sometimes dishes just pop like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a bit longer. So let me taste first.
Okay.
And if I collapse,
Just to make sure.
If I collapse, you don't do anything.
Yeah,
well, it's
good.
Not bad for the first round.
Taste
it, check.
All right. How do we do it? Okay, like a professional chef. So you got to go like that, and then
you have to mix a bit and test it in 3 times. Okay, you make me look bad. Like,
no.
Just taste it straight.
Oh, that's good, man. That is amazing.
You have that slight tanginess, the like, you know, seafood flavor from like obviously the.
Whoa.
So now the sauce is ready.
Okay.
We're gonna sear the fish. We're gonna put pak choy, baby bok choy like this.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna put like straight into a steamer, just like that.
Have you you've kind of created your own steamer?
Yeah. Make a plan, you know.
Pot with the baby.
You know, there's an expression. Boer maak 'n plan, you know.
And a Frenchman maak it?
Fransman maakt better plan. Yeah. That's what I tell the guys in the kitchen. Anyway, a couple of like edamame beans just to bring a bit of green.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pop that like a couple of like, you know, maybe like 2 minutes just to steam. You don't want it too high enough.
Yeah.
And then start seasoning the fish, maybe.
Yes.
You know how to do that?
Yeah, we got that down.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
I've had my fair day in the kitchen.
When?
It's a bit of salt and pepper. You know, when I say in the kitchen, I mean my own.
Oh, okay, all right.
Not any kind of professional kitchen. So you season salt and pepper on both sides. By the way, SMS the keyword fish to 33728, and we'll send you a list of the ingredients as well as a link to the recipe. How are we doing?
Well, we're good. I mean, I think, seasoning is fine.
Here we go.
So we're going to cook it only on the skin side, and then we're going to finish it off with butter. So let's...
Only on the skin side, why?
Because you don't want to make the flesh dry.
Okay,
so the heat will take longer to go through, but at least you're not affecting this side.
Okay, cool. There we go.
So there we go.
This is fascinating, man. Just learning from you is unbelievable.
But you got the sauce, you got the mussels. So the mussels, what we can do is pick maybe a couple, like 3, 4, just to per plate, and we're going to warm them up in the sauce gently. So that's going to add a bit of flavor to the sauce.
Yes.
The fish is there. Now you're going to select a couple of gooseberries.
Okay.
Not that many. Just.
Should I bring some to you?
Yeah. We're going to put a bit of oil in
a handful?
there. Yeah, there you go. As much as you want to eat. There we go.
Oh, hello.
And then you're going to bring me some of the spinach. You get excited. There's a bit of smoke and everything.
This is amazing, man.
This is what you think we do, flames and stuff like that.
Isn't that what you do? That's what cool chefs do.
So there we're gonna, just add a bit of, and then we just need a plate to clear it. That's it. No, just a bit of seasoning.
Wow.
Just like that.
What's your standard breakfast go-to thing when you're at home?
So first, I'm never at home, and secondly, I don't have breakfast. You see, I'm like the worst as an example. Now I always eat on the go. Throughout the day we taste a lot of the things, so it's difficult to just sit down for a meal. Because you know that at 8 o'clock when you start, you have to taste this sauce, this preparation, this bread, this dough. So it's a lot going on, and I'm almost 40. I try to keep it light.
Keeping it together for a 40-year-old man.
Well, it's the dad bod, it's the rocking book. Okay, so now you've got this.
Yeah.
Which is just like spinach. And then we're going to clear it directly on the plate.
Okay.
So bring the plate there, and I'll ask you to plate. You're going to take a spoon.
Oh, no ways. You're going to ask me to plate.
Of course you're going to plate.
Earning my taste master stripes.
Well, then you need to come here then.
Oh,
let's go. There you go. Check. I'll bring the plate to you. So you bring a bit of the spinach and just plate like that.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, go. Go.
Oh, come on.
One, try to keep it nice plating, yeah?
Yeah.
You have to impress your guests,
Exactly. I'm trying to... Listen, this is amazing.
There we go. I think you have enough for now. Yeah.
Good.
Now you're gonna add butter to the fish. There we go. Just go. Generous on French cooking.
Oh, okay.
Butter, and
butter. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is
Butter
amazing.
and butter.
Butter. More butter, more better. Here we go.
And now you take the spoon and you're gonna do that nice movement of a chef, No, like that.
Which?
You have to act like a professional. Pass me that spoon there. There we go.
You're way out of my depth here, clearly.
There we go. You see?
Oh, look at that.
Feels like I've been doing this my whole life, huh?
Dude, you make it look so easy.
Why cooking is not complicated.
Isn't it?
No. People intend to think it is hard, but it's not. So the secret of fish is that you don't want to overcook it, okay?
Oh, listen, we got to get plating. There we go. TV time vibes.
Check, there we go. I'm going to flip it 2 seconds. It's going to be cooked.
That's amazing, man.
And there you go.
That's incredible.
Put that. I'm going to ask you to put a couple of ice leaf and everything just to bring a bit of color. You can put some of the flowers. I'm going to come back with a...
So, by the way, you can SMS the keyword fish to 33728 to get the list of ingredients and the recipe sent to you. We're going to try and make this look absolutely marvelous to look at.
There you go. Your bok choy is
pretending that I'm one of the finalists now.
Nice and crunchy. Well, you wouldn't make it if you were one of the finalists. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, not at this stage.
There we go.
Okay.
There you go. A couple of the edamame beans.
Oh, come on. That's incredible. Sheesh.
Well, it's not a painting either. Don't put too many flowers.
Oh. You eat with your eyes, Greg. That's what they say.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't turn it into a garden is basically what you're saying.
You put your mussels and then...
Okay.
Sauce.
I'll tell you what.
Generous.
We got to get going.
There we go.
SMS the keyword fish to 33728. Greg, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Such a pleasure, man.
You're going to eat it. Enjoy.
Of course, be sure not to miss out on the grand finale of the Taste Master tonight at 7:30 only on SABC 3 and to find out who will be your new resident Afternoon Express foodie. Enjoy that on your screen.
Venus.
We're back with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. We're talking about skin cancer this morning, which of course is one of the most common cancers around the world, but fortunately it is one of the most preventable. And that's why we're talking about ways of preventing skin cancer and teaching you some sun-safe habits. Thankfully, we've got our experts in studio, Dr. Matobela Machakane, who's the founder of Clinimed, as well as Cancer TLC Coordinator, Anthea Lynn Lewis. So good to still have you ladies on the couch this morning. Kat's joining our conversation.
Yeah, it is the summer season, and you know we're looking to spend some time in the outdoors, hopefully on a beach somewhere, absorbing the good rays or the good part that we can, and enjoying some swimming as well. So how do we best, Dr. Machakane, protect our skin while swimming? Let's say if you're going to be on the beach in seawater, or maybe poolside. What's the best way to protect your skin?
So basically the best way to protect your skin is to definitely use a sunscreen.
Yeah.
And always make sure that the sunscreen that you use has got at least an SPF between 30 to 50. And if you are swimming and you're going into the water, you come out, try and reapply after at least every 4 hours or so, just so that you still have something protecting you. Because every time you're wiping it off, something is going off. So it's very important that you make sure that it's still there on your body. And there are certain products that do offer tablets that you can drink, and those tablets last a bit longer in your system. And obviously, putting on a hat and having a big umbrella while you are at the beach, all those little things do help in protecting your skin. Yeah.
So for those that are thinking, okay, cool, I'm not going to sit in the sun, I'm not going to do anything, I'm going to go to a tanning bed. What are the dangers of tanning beds, and can you get cancer from them?
Yes, most definitely. Sunbeds has been classified as carcinogenic, which means it's cancer causing because of the UVA and the UVB rays that you are exposed to. Also because you are laying there and your skin is exposed. So the UVA strips your skin of its DNA, and it also accelerates aging. And the UVB is where it comes, where you can burn easily. And then also if you have light or fair skin and you're in that sunbed, you will burn much easier. And also if you have moles and freckles, that also increases your risk.
That's why late in life, the skin is almost like leather, hey? Just because of the damage that's been done to it. Not worth it.
So quite simply, just not worth it. So are there then natural ways to get that summer glow if you are looking to kind of get a little bit more browner, maybe? No?
No such thing as a sunless tan. There is no such thing that can really, anything that you applies to your skin has got a side effect, whether it is tanning wipes, tanning sprays, because of the ingredient melatonin in it. It is not, and it puts you at risk, and it also accelerates, and it increases your risk of developing skin cancer.
Oh my goodness.
And then a lot of people also gravitate towards sprays, you know, tanning sprays, tanning lotions. Are those...
We have to look at the chemical composition of it, and like I said earlier on, anything that you put onto your skin, it does have a side effect.
Wow.
Let's talk about getting screened for skin cancer, and how one goes about that and where one can actually do that.
Okay, you can come out to our cancer care centres where we have a photo finder, where an analysis will be done of the mole on your skin, and if there is anything picked up, there will be a referral to a dermatologist who will then take it further. And then Cancer has also now launched the My Skin app, which is an app. It's not a diagnostic tool. It's basically just an app where you can join, and it gives you a 30-day free trial. You need to take 4 photos or ask someone to take 4 photos of your body with moles and things like that. And then you can just monitor it and see if there is any change in the moles.
Any final words ahead of the summer season for those who are going to be out and about enjoying the sun?
Protection, protection, protection. So it's very important that people protect their skin and protect even the young ones, because so many times we forget about the babies and we let them run around without that little head, that sunblock and all that. So it's very important to do that.
UV rays are very, very dangerous.
They are very dangerous. And skin cancer is one of the commonest cancers in South Africa. So it's very important that we do take care of our skin.
Yeah, and also just if we could move away from from our normal P caps where your ears and your neck is still exposed, because those are the areas that burn first. So I would advise rather go for a floppy hat, then your ears, your neck and your face is covered from the sun.
I love
Great
that.
advice.
I love that.
Great advice.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, especially as we're looking into the summer season, looking to enjoy ourselves, it's important that we stay protected from the sun as much as we're looking to absorb a lot of it as possible.
Absolutely.
But do stay safe out there.
Turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Now, the best part of Christmas morning is running over to your stocking and finding all sorts of unique little knickknacks, right? We all love that. But aside from candy, a few little trinkets are always fun. For the traveler in your life, Travel Start's marketing campaign manager, Lyle Scritton, is here joining us to fill us in on some fantastic stocking stuffers, all of which are perfect gifts that can be conveniently taken on the go when you plan your holiday. Lyle, good morning.
Good morning.
Hopefully this has got you thinking about getting away. I mean, you must be always thinking about getting away.
Yeah, getting away, yeah.
It's, you obviously have a privileged position when it comes to being inspired to travel. But let's talk about the travelers in our lives.
Yeah.
We love stocking fitters. We want to obviously experience. You don't have to always spend huge amounts of money. Maybe you've got some great ideas. As someone who lives in the travel space, some cool ideas, gifting ideas for the traveler in your family
How do you
life.
saying knickknacks? I was like, what?
You could, you know.
No. Some people love it when you're bringing over like South African little gourmet knickknacks or something like that, South African Mrs. Balls and that sort of thing. They love it when you bring up things like that. But yeah, maybe for the conscious, eco-friendly traveler, reusable straws could be a good thing to invest in for as a gift. Cool. Other things, I was checking out some of the top online retail stores, and what are the top best-selling items currently. We've got designer bags there, or carry-on luggage. Things like noise-cancelling headsets. Obviously, when you're on the flight itself, you don't want to hear those crying kids. So noise-cancelling headsets. Even T-shirts that have your favourite South African sayings on them. Those are quite cool to give someone. If you know that, okay, Graham is travelling, I'm going to give Graham a T-shirt that says away or something.
And those are always a hit. They're always cool.
I love that.
Now, we know that a lot of people are going to be travelling and they're going to be spending holidays with loved ones. This means travelling with kids for some people. What are some cool gift ideas for, you know, travelling kids in your life?
So I was checking this, and I think something that really is really cool is like those funky trunky. I don't know if you can see on the screen. The kids love those in the airport terminals.
Something they can ride.
Then GPS smartwatches. Some of them come with those tracking. You don't want your kids to get lost, and you can set it up with your phone.
Brilliant.
So keeping a close eye on your kids. Waterproof cameras, and binoculars. The kids love those type of things. But other things to consider, maybe e-readers, tablets, so that they don't get bored along the way. So keeping them entertained is always a good investment or gift to get for the kids.
I think the waterproof camera, that's absolute gold. So what is the gift that you're lusting after the most, man? What's at the top of your buddy?
I wrote to Santa and I was like, yo, buddy, I've
been good.
I've been a good boy. The latest GoPro is quite... it's amazing. But don't take my word for it.
But also for a traveler, because you want to be capturing all of those amazing moments.
You don't want to lug around or bring around one of those heavy DSLRs. You just got this latest GoPro that's got everything that you...
Portable.
It's so portable, man.
Okay, so now...
all those travel memories.
You want to be able to bring those memories. But of course, a ticket may not be a small gift, but it can fit in a stocking, for example. So are there any flight specials? Now, this is where I want you to entice and excite me.
It can fit in a card, it can fit in a stocking.
In a picture, it can be emailed. Any exciting flight specials on travelstar.co.za?
Yeah, so at the moment, if you go onto our website, on the homepage itself, you'll find a little tile or banner that says Happy Holidays. Click on that, and you'll be directed to all our current specials that we've got going at the moment, or deals. And then, we also have gift vouchers that you can actually purchase. So if you Google Travel Start vouchers, the link will pop up there, and you can click on that, and it will take you directly to our voucher page where you can actually purchase a voucher for someone else, which is also, it can set your own budget to it.
Completely.
Other deals that I want to mention is something like going to Lisbon for under 7,000 Rand.
Don't lie now, Lyle. You've been doing so well.
And other places more locally, Botswana and Zim for under 5,000 return tickets.
Return?
For return, So go check it out. We've got that.
I think
giveaways.
It's also worth looking kind of long-term at your travel plans because there are some amazing deals. If you can be flexible with your dates, you can absolutely score. You can get the best deals with awesomely affordable packages to destinations right across the globe. But your starting point has to be travelstart.co.za.
Excellent.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
Well, stick around to your feel-good breakfast show. After the break, the sweet sounds of Connell Cruz coming to you live, large and in charge. Yeah, yeah.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes. Do you think we should move and stay? At 6. Yeah. I want to record on it. It's not like... Are we going into the performance now?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Zasco, baking together since 1930.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live on SABC3. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. You've chosen to wake up on the right side of bed. Welcome to it. Now, the question is this morning, do you know your kota from your Gatsby, from your bunny chow? Do you really? Well, the best Mzansi meal starts with the best bread. And the Sasco Mzansi bread search is now on. It's hot, and it's time to settle the score as they want you at home to tell us where your favorite kota, Gatsby, and bunny chow spot is for a chance to win limited edition Mzansi bread streetwear. And we're joined this morning by marketing executive Leanne Engelbert, who joins us to chat about what makes local lekker, but also how we can vote for our favorite outlets. Leanne, so good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How
What
are
happens
you?
when you have two Leannes in the same vicinity?
Ooh,
magic, baby. Yes. And we didn't even rehearse that. I love it.
That came across quite staged. Did you?
So, Leanne, Sasco's currently searching for the best Mzansi bread spot in the country.
And there are many.
How does one get involved in that competition?
Oh, Leanne, I tell you what, we were having an internal debate with our teams. We just couldn't decide. So Sasco's out to find the best kota, bunny chow, and Gatsby spot in all of South Africa. Eh? So last year, you would have remembered we were talking about toppings. So what makes the best kota exactly? And this year, we're out to find where South Africans actually go to find their best dish.
Ooh.
Wow, okay, well, it's a tough...
We need the list on speed dial.
Absolutely need the directory.
It's a long list.
It's also going to be a tough one because there are so many great places across every part of the country that you can find. But what is it about the kota, the Gatsby, and the bunny chow that celebrates our culture and heritage and brings us together in the way that it does?
You know, Sasco's been around for a long time. We've been around for almost 90 years, and we truly like national and present. And for us, celebrating South Africans' diversity not only through culture, but in the way we eat and our dishes, it's incredibly important for us. And of course, the best dish is made with the best bread, right? So for us, it's a wonderful opportunity to celebrate South African diversity.
Yeah. Why does talking about bread make me so excited?
And hungry.
Hey?
Good.
Oh my goodness, I love it so much. Okay, so how can we, the normal people out there, get involved in voting for the best Sasco Mzansi bread spot? Like, what are the competition details? And can we win anything?
Absolutely.
You know?
So to enter, we're asking all South Africans to vote. You can just SMS Mzansi bread to 40183. I think the numbers should come up on screen. And you could win limited edition streetwear, you know, for street cred. we're very excited to unleash the limited edition wear to the South African public. So please vote, eh?
This is fantastic. Now, I know that the winning vendor will receive an amazing 50,000 Rand in marketing support, which is very important, and it's such a huge prize, especially for the type of businesses that we're speaking to here. Why does SASCO believe so much in supporting local businesses in our communities that provide us with these spots for good food, but not just good food, for great atmosphere as well?
So for us, like I mentioned before, it is around community, and because we're a brand that is very much invested in community, we believe in supporting, you know, small, medium enterprises and the entrepreneurial spirit of South Africans. So the money will go towards helping whichever winner, who knows, actually build their business in whatever way they might require, because we're very excited to invest back into our local communities.
And the competition closes pretty soon, yeah?
Yeah. We've got a couple of weeks still left. All the details should be in the terms and conditions, but we're very excited to see what South Africans have to say.
Well, the 20th of December is the date.
I'm very excited to find out what those top spots are. Hey, I know you because you love food so much.
And you, don't you? You love a good Gatsby, you really do. And I'm actually going
excited to take you, Leanne. Let's go get a Gatsby for lunch today.
I'm available. I am available.
I don't know, there's different people.
But listen, I'm actually going home today, so I'm going to be spending a lot of time in like my favorite Gotta spots, and I'll try and see if I can vote for any one of them.
I hope so. You should, at the local actual, little stores, you'll actually see lots of competition details there as well, so you'll see which one has made the shortlist.
Oh, I love it. So which spot makes the best Kota, Gatsby, and of course Bunny Chow? Now the SASCO Mzansi bread search is now on, yes, and they want you to tell us where your favorite spot is for a chance to win limited edition Mzansi bread streetwear.
And all you have to do is SMS Mzansi bread to 40183 to vote for your favorite spot to enter and find out more and see what South Africans reckon is kif, lekker enough to make the cut. Good luck, everyone.
SASCO, baking together since 1930.
All right, well, you can catch him performing live tonight in Noordhoek at Cafe Roo, one of his last performances ever in South Africa before he heads off to New York. But right now, for your listening pleasure, Connell Cruz with Not Just Friends.
You say you don't want to lose it all, but we can't go back to how we were, 'cause we're making each day a war, sick together but ill when being apart. You say that you still want me in your life, but it's being friends your way to say goodbye. So I tell you this, I don't really want to be a friend, still loving someone else. I'm not gonna do that, and for you I wish, oh, nothing but happiness. But I'm not gonna be a friend, no, we're not gonna be just friends. I'd rather lose it all, rather lose it all. I guess I should be thanking you for all the ups and downs you put me through, 'cause now I have the strength to say cutting the ropes with you's the only way. Thanks for asking for a helping hand, but I'm sure you learned to love another man. skips a beat or two. And if you're not all mine, I'd rather lose it all. I'd rather lose it all. So I tell you this, I don't really want to be a friend. See you loving someone else, I'm not gonna do that. And for you I wish, oh, nothing but happiness. But I'm not gonna be your friend. No, we're not gonna be just friends. I'd rather lose it all. I'd rather lose it all. I'd rather lose it all. Rather lose all. So I tell you this, I don't really want to be a friend. See you loving someone else. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, no, no.
On a cruise on your feel-good breakfast show.
Wow.
Yeah, there he is at the boys. Take a bow, sir. Take a bow. Yeah. Amazing stuff. You can catch him performing live tonight at Cafe Roo, and then he'll be in Stellenbosch tomorrow. And these are his last two performances in South Africa before he heads off to New York City in January of 2020. He'll be leaving.
Oh, man.
Wow, well done. They're gonna
One of the
love you
most
when you're
talented humans I've ever known.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind of you.
And you can dance too.
Oh, yes.
And you can dance, man.
I just thought it was really special because that's the first song I ever performed here with you guys. The first time I ever saw you. And
That's why we love it so
now
much.
that I'm heading back and leaving these shores, I just thought it would be really nice to do a nice bow tie and getting along.
Buddy, thank you so much for coming through and playing along.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so
doing
much.
your thing, man. You're just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And wishing you all you're taking us along this journey with
Oh
you.
yeah, you guys have been my day ones.
Oh, what? That's amazing.
So if you guys want tickets to our shows tonight, Noordhoek, tomorrow Stellenbosch, Jagger Lounge, just let me know.
Ons is op day.
And also if you need accommodation in New York, I'm sure.
Okay, yeah. Everyone needs a place to stay. I'm sure my wife would love that.
Yeah, exactly. But all the best,
extra, honey. Got some guests.
But all the best with the little one as well.
Thank
and
you, guys.
keep enjoying being a father. I'm sure
I just heard that they're watching at home.
Another kiss.
With that in mind, make someone smile out there, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
We love you too much.
Wow.
See you soon.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.